Hello, hello, hello.
Hello, hello. How are you today?
Good, good, good. Welcome in, everybody. Thank you for popping in. And
So I did just get your alert for YouTube, but I have not gotten it for Facebook. I
mhm,
did get it for YouTube, but I did see that you're live, I believe, on Facebook.
I believe, I believe.
Okay. Yes, I do see on your Donald Rumer-Rivera page.
Mhm. It's all good in the neighborhood. That's all I can say.
So hopefully.
So, well, good morning, good afternoon, good evening. I don't even know what it is. Anyway, whatever it is, good welcome in.
I thought yesterday was Wednesday, so technically today is Thursday for me. I just don't know where I am mentally. Obviously, the full moon released some of my cognitive skills because I clearly do not know what day of the week it is.
Oh my goodness. Well,
But
yeah.
tomorrow is the real Thursday, so I'll be happy with that.
And tonight's the full moon, right?
I thought it was last night, but you might be right.
Well, or is it the eclipse? The eclipse is tonight, then, right? Because there's an
And you know,
eclipse.
the bad thing is that I just read it, I just don't remember.
Been there, done that. I for sure in the same way. Yeah, I think there's an eclipse tonight on the like it's called a super moon eclipse, and it's
Oh, okay.
yeah, but it's not going to be like a full eclipse. It's going to, but here in Arizona we'll
Oh,
be able
yeah,
to,
I did hear that. I did hear that.
yeah, and here we'll be able to see it, but it won't be like won't be like wow. It'll be oh that's nice because it's partial. It's partial, and
Something I read said it was going to be like at 8:41 Eastern time, so it was going to be like at 5 something for us.
also
So
it's already over for us
it
then.
might already be over. And I
Lord.
definitely did not go outside.
How am I not surprised that it's over before I even know it started?
The last time I only caught it because it was the last eclipse was because it was broad daylight. I just went outside on like at lunchtime and looked up.
hmm
But today I didn't even think about it. For some reason I thought it was yesterday, but I don't know. We
Yeah, I
both
think you're right. I think the full moon itself was yesterday, and I think that the but I think the and I think the eclipse is today. So it's all good. And
wishes and some intentions out there are for all of it. Like, look, eclipse, new moon, everything, full moon, go ahead. Just I need all of this immediately.
yep. And folks, remember the full moon energy will last for a few days before and after. So if you do a full moon, if you want to do the full moon ritual, it is not too late because again, it will last. It will last for a few days. So you can go ahead now tonight before you go to bed and do that full moon ritual and still benefit from that energy, which is wonderful. It's just because, especially this one, because it's a super moon. Super moons tend to stick around even more for some reason, and it's a blue moon if I'm not mistaken too. They
You
call
know who
all
posted
kinds of
some
them.
good pictures? Elizabeth from Monday Night Class. She posted some nice pictures online. I want to say last night and maybe a little bit earlier in the evening too, because I think she posted two sets of pictures and they were really nice pictures of the moon.
Liz Elizabeth.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, I have to check it out.
Yeah,
I saw her at the event
I
on
did too.
Sunday, and she came back later because she comes over and she's like, I need a big hug, and she's like, I always get just such great energy hugs with you. And then when I left, she gave me she was before she was leaving, not me leaving. She was leaving. She came back over, and I'm like, Liz, you have a bad back. What are you carrying that big old bag for? And she's like, I went crazy. I just bought and bought and bought. Sorry about that. Didn't mean to hide that. I bought and bought and bought. And she did. She bought a lot of things. The vendors, man, I'm sure they were happy when she came because she filled that bag. So
But
so
it
I
was
said,
so
here.
much good stuff. In her defense, it was so much good stuff. You had really great vendors at the wellness fair, and it was just nice. You wanted to buy, and like I said, things were not super expensive. They were reasonably priced for the things that they were selling.
Yeah. And so I carried back the bag for her. I carried it to her car. And I'm glad I did because as I'm walking along, one of the handles tore and the bag starts to go down. And I grabbed it real quick. And I know that she couldn't have responded that way. So because and so yeah, she had that much stuff. I'm like, holy crap.
Yeah.
She bought, which is good. So our
Wait,
vendor,
wasn't her foot in a little
no, I don't think so, was it?
I thought it was in like a boot. It wasn't in a boot, or maybe
I
it
don't
was just wrapped up a little bit.
Yeah, no, I don't think it was. She seemed to be walking, unless I just wasn't paying attention,
So
which
maybe
usually.
maybe it was just like she had on one of the like compression things.
Oh, maybe it's that. Yeah,
But
yeah.
yeah, she's always in good spirits. I always love her. She's always, so upbeat. She never has bad energy. She's always pretty positive, no matter what. Like, even when the situations are a little bit rough, she's still usually upbeat.
Yep, she is. She always tends to deliver the and I love it because she always has a way of communicating um in a way that again you want to talk with her for a while because she just the way that she the way that she I don't know, there's something about her
She's
that really,
optimistic. She's very optimistic, but she's not like it's an authentic optimism. Like she
yes,
really is just that joyful and appreciative of everything
yeah.
that she's just it's just so authentic.
Yeah, and especially with some of the stuff she's been through, for her to come out the other end and still be very positive, it's like that takes a special kind, it really does.
It does, because that is not my journey. I'd have been kicking and screaming the whole time. That is not my journey.
Hmm. Angie, are you telling me that you would fuss with your spirit guides? No.
Like all of you in the chat, Miss Tina, Sabrina, Lori, Marcy, hello, Charlene. Um, okay, is this Misty or Miss? You know what? I remember the name and I don't remember the name. How to pronounce it? What's that, Misty? I don't know. Brittany Ketto, Joanna, hi, how are you all doing? We see your comments. We were just chit chatting a little bit about the fair. So no, you don't have to go to another platform. We see all of your comments. Listen, we just got the chit chatting. Listen, we had exciting news. The fair was great. If you did not come, you should plan to come to the next one. It was great. And me and Don did a lecture. We did good.
Yes, yes, yes. Well, Angie rocks it all the time anyway, which is wonderful. So the good part is I was running around like a chicken with my head cut off. And Angie, I'm so glad that you stepped up and just kind of started running with it. So when I came in, you were already going and you already had the crowd's attention. That's what I love about it is that when I didn't have to worry about anything because I knew it's in good hands. And when I get in there, it'll be fine. And
And
I
it
just had to come
started
in.
off like a little chat with friends. It was just me and one lady going back and forth, and then
Yep.
everybody started to join in. And then when you got there, I was like, "Oh, we haven't started. We're just chit chat."
Yeah, and the good part is again, it's like warming them up. So
Yeah,
by the time that we really got going, they were already
yeah, they
connected
were ready
with
and
you and with the
interested,
energy.
zoned
Yeah,
in. Yeah,
and that helps. That's important because the information that we were giving, which again is about about the psychic abilities and those kind of things. Some people can they like, whoa, this is a little too much for me, but because they were already connected, they went right along and they
and I
worked with
like
us.
their questions. They were naturally wanting to know. Like, so it was really good. I really enjoyed. I love doing stuff like that, though. That is really good. Especially, and the more questions, I really like the questions because it allows us to tell, about our journey and what we've learned and how we've used it and how they can adapt it to themselves the same way we did.
Absolutely, absolutely. So yeah, if you guys missed it, well, there will be another one. Of course, Angie and I still may, and who knows, maybe it'll be a common thing that we'll teach maybe this all the time. If like intro to psychic skills, and because there's always going to be people
Yes.
wanting to learn and know and grow from it. So
Wait, I have one more question. Did that guy with the plants give away all those plants? Because he said, I do not want to take these home and I'm raffling all of them off. So did he give them all away?
no, he took them home, but he did auction them. He did draw, but he took them all home. He should have drawn right there. Ed won the cactus.
Of
The
course.
totem pole cactus. Yeah, Ed won the totem pole cactus. So Ed was
Oh my
happy.
God.
Yeah, he
Good.
found out the day after because Ed was like, "Did I win? Did I win?" And I'm like, "I don't know." I said the guy said he
Yeah.
hadn't drawn yet. So the next day, Ed got the call and he called me and said, "Oh, you won't believe it." I said, "Yeah, I'll believe it. You're lucky. You're always lucky. So I'll believe it."
He did have some. There was one other plant. It was like a tall, like leafy plant that I saw. I really liked that one. But it was in a pot. So it was about maybe that big or so.
Uh-huh.
But it was a really nice one that I saw that I liked too.
Yeah, he had some cool things. He had some leafy things, which is unusual for the desert. and then he had some desert specific plants. So he had a unique group of a grouping of different plants. But Ed was thrilled with winning the totem, so that was important.
Of course, that was so
Yeah, it was
Ed.
kind of meant for him, right? And so with that said, again, welcome in everybody. Thank you all for being here. We were just chatting about all the different things that happened at the Sonoran Spiritual and Wellness Market. And again, we had great classes. We had people every hour on the hour teaching, not classes, just speech, speeches, talks, whatever, about the metaphysical. And then we had 40 vendors, and all the different vendors had different things, and some people sold things. But there was one thing that was a surprise to me. I was surprised because one of our vendors worked with Julie. Julie, Susan, and I put it together. But so Julie talked to one of our vendors and said, "Wouldn't it be nice if could you take Don's book and turn it into a cake, the book cover?" And so Fabi, her name is Fabi. Fabi's Fabulous Cake. I mean, Cake Creations. You all heard me talk about her many times on here.
She's on Facebook.
Yep. And so Fabi's Cake Creations, she went to work and she figured out, this is her thing, by the way, this is her Facebook page. She figured out what it is I like. And then she made this two-layer cake, two-tiered cake. The first tier was the cake, the champagne flavor cake with some, I think, almond flavor and champagne. It was yummy.
That was delicious.
Yeah,
That was delicious.
it was so good. And then she went from there to the second tier. It was a two-tier cake. And the second tier, it was a butter cake with, she knows I love blueberries. And so she cut butter cake with blueberry sauce in between each layer. Oh my gosh. It was wonderful. It was amazing.
Then she auctioned off a cake and I won it.
I
And
was
it
just
was
saying.
good. It was a yellow cake with strawberry jam in between each layer. And it looked like an amethyst crystal that had been busted open. It was so nice. And it had it had like chocolate silver ribbons all over. It was so nice. Like the cake was so good. Me and my family ate so much of that cake. It was really, really good. It wasn't too sweet. The flavor was nice. It was moist. Oh my gosh, she's amazing. So if you ever need some cake, and she makes unique cake, like she has a SpongeBob cake in there. She has a Monsters Inc. cake in there. She has all these different kind of cakes. She makes characters. She makes, designs and things like that. So if you want it, let her know. And she is very good at creating it. But go to her page and just see how amazing her cakes are.
Yeah, and it's interesting because she um she she I'm not even sure what to say. She not only makes it look good, but the most important thing for me, and this is the cake, and I'll put it in a better picture. But she not only makes it look good, but the flavors are important. And this cake was so amazingly moist. It just was so good.
Dawn, did you have one of those cakes that she had kind of like a push-up ice cream, like it was in the
Yes.
tube that you put? Oh my God. I ended up getting the red velvet, the spice cake, and the what was the other one? They were moist and it's just a perfect amount of cake for a serving. Like it is so good.
Mhm. There was
Everything
a
she made was so good.
one was lavender, right?
So maybe that's what it was, lavender and
There was one was lavender, one
white
was
cake or
champagne,
something.
one was red velvet, and then
Oh,
I think
one
the
was
other one was
coffee something.
coffee.
Uh chocolate coffee something. So
Hmm.
that was one. And then I got the spice, the must have been the lavender and the red velvet because I got three of them.
Hmm.
Yeah.
Yeah,
It
it
was
was
all
delicious.
good.
And it's interesting because what happened is when we were done for the day, I had her take the bottom layer and we slice it up, and all the vendors could eat from the bottom layer. And the vendors were so happy. They're like, "Oh my God, this is great!" And
It
then
was.
the top part, I took the class on Monday night, and with our class on Monday night, we cut that and shared that with the class on Monday night.
Oh, that's a good idea. Oh, that was so
Yeah.
much cake. Look, me and my greedy family, we ate the cake.
Well, that was my fear. If I brought the cake home and I cut it here, I would be eating it all, and it was that good. I could have
It
sat there.
was
I really
that
could have.
good.
Yeah. Yeah.
Yeah.
So Fabi's Cake Creations, folks, I'm telling you, if you're in the Phoenix area, this woman is amazing. Her skill set is phenomenal, and you'll never be displeased with her product. I guarantee it. And she won't let you be displeased, because if you were not happy, and you tell her, she'll fix it. I mean, she's just that kind of, she's just that person. She's
And
that.
that's what she said when I got the cake. She said, "Be honest, Angie. Let me know how it tastes." And I was like, "Oh, okay." And it was so good. I was so happy to tell her how great it was. Like it hit it on both areas. It was pretty and it tastes really good. Hey,
And
Miss
when they
Bonnie.
were moist, they were not only good, but they were moist, because some of these cakes that are made, you bite into them and you're like eating, it tastes good, but it's like, and you're like, oh, but these were like, oh man, I don't need milk. I'm good. It's all like right there.
Yeah, it's a lot, but
And so
those
with
were
that,
good.
yeah, it was a good event, folks. Next time you have to come. If you're in Phoenix area, you have to come to the event. And again, the price is right because it didn't cost you anything. The tickets were free, and you get the chance to spend the day at the Embassy Suites, because that's where it was. Embassy Suites, Biltmore. It was nice, and it was a very pleasant experience. With that said, Angie, who are you drawn to first? And as we go through our readings, folks, I'm going to put my weekly readings for the zodiac signs here. So there's the YouTube videos that you guys know I do weekly. When you see this, if you want to go to these, mark them for now and go to them later, because you don't want to leave us, because we're great.
The pictures were so nice on there. They look like they could be a actual card, like a tarot card or oracle card.
Yeah, I love these images, and that's why I decided I'm going to leave these for now on, and I'll just change the QR code to get to the different readings. So anyway, so again, I'm going to put all 12 signs up as we go through the night. I'll switch them out. So if you're looking to see what your sign's doing this week, go check it out. And these are all YouTube. So again, and if you comment, remember this: if you comment on any of these long form content videos, I will put your name in the drawing at the end of the month for a free copy of my book, a signed copy of my book. I draw one a month for all the people who have commented along the way. And again, there are 12 a week. So if you were to comment on all 12, man, you give yourself 12 chances to win times 4 weeks. That's 48 chances. You're going to improve your chances over everybody else, because it means you were there. So keep that in mind. Just saying.
Exactly.
Just saying. So who'd you draw on, Angie?
Oh,
Who
I have to make one comment. JoJo said that she's gonna have to get herself ready so she can sell at your fair, because she definitely wants to sell at the fair the next time.
Jojo, do you have a website yet? And I can't recall if you do.
Nope, she says once I launch, I want to sell at one of your fairs. So
Oh, absolutely. But as soon as you have a website, Jojo, let us know, because I want to make sure I put the website into our QR codes and put you up there. Jojo is going to be selling facial care products and care products, right?
oh, that's good.
Yeah, yeah. So I'm waiting. I can't wait to see that.
Yeah, because that soap lady did really good, and she had, lots of skincare stuff. So people are really much into it and want a variety of it. I don't know how the Botox ladies did, but they were very informative.
Yeah, yeah. She knew her stuff. She knew her stuff.
She taught me some good stuff. I was like, wait, what? She what? Oh,
I
okay.
didn't know about this. It was interesting. Not to delay anything, but she was saying that it's interesting when as we get older, sometimes the ladies worry about, and men too, I guess, they worry about getting hollow. And she said that they do the filler and stuff. And she was explaining that these are your cheek pads, fat pads. Is that what she said? Fat feet.
I think I don't remember.
They're fat pads or whatever that are here that are your cheek, right? That are part of the bone structure. And then as you age, the fat pads go down a little bit. And she said, so instead of putting fillers in, a lot of times, partly what they do is, if that's not the problem and they're just kind of hollowing out, that you don't want to put the filler here. And she was explaining how because it's hollowing here, it makes this look worse. So, but when you fill this area and you take care of this, then this evens out and it looks right. And then she was also saying that with the fat pad situation, that what they do, instead of putting filler in, they go back here and they put I guess shots and stuff that tighten the skin up, that pull these back up to put the fat pads back where they are. and that takes care of it. So it's not fillers, it's your natural, it's your fat pads, it's your natural cheek fat pads. And so they pull this back up like this, and then your cheek pads are back to where they were, and not filler, because then they're all down here. So then you have problems with this.
I
I was
thought
like,
that was such a unique idea that she said. I was like, I never would have thought of that. It never just would have made that kind of sense to me. I was
yeah,
so happy with what she was saying.
yeah. I was like, I found myself, I went in to just to be supportive. And afterwards, I'm like, it's going on, I'm like, I'm really interested now. I really want to know this. This is fascinating. The things that she was sharing. Also about I did not know this. And Angie, you probably knew this because again, it's a life lived experience that I don't have. She was explaining because the lady asked her about the laser, the dermal,
Oh,
or
for
whatever.
yes, more melanated skin.
Yeah,
Yes.
and the woman, she's like, what happens with me because I'm more melanated, and so for me, it does a whole. And the woman, and she was on top of it. She's like, oh no, 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 we with you, we have to prepare you, and we suppress the melanin to a degree, the melanin, and then we prep your skin for 2 or 3 months, so therefore you don't burn and you don't damage your skin. And I'm like, that showed she knew what she was talking about because she had the experience to understand that not all skin is the same. There's like she said, there's like there are 6 different variations of skin, and each of them react differently. And so there's actually the one laser she uses now. Remember, she was mentioning it, that one laser can determine which type of skin you have, and then it adjusts accordingly, which is very cool. But how I was like, when the first woman first asked, I'm thinking, what? And then she's like, oh no, skin. I'm like, wow, I didn't even think about that. I mean, it's the things that it's not my shared experience. I don't know it.
Um, Miss Bonnie said, "Who is it?" It was this Botox lady that was there. She it was called House of something. I
Confidence,
do have
House of Confidence, and her name was
oh, House of
Sarah
Confidence.
Amelia. Sarah, and if you look on the website, sonoranmarket.com, she's still on there because she was one of our speakers. You can find her information there. House of Confidence, and
She was really
she owns it.
good. Yeah.
Yeah, and not only that, but it's very cool because the one thing I liked about her too, Angie, is that she reminded. I love this, not like this. I love this about her. When she was talking, she's like, when you come into us, she said, we don't ask you. Our focus is you come in, you say, I want this taken care of right now. And she's like, that's not what we do necessarily. She said, we help you to understand what your long-term goal is and how we can get you there. But it's not going to be a quick boom, 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 because a lot of the things that you need to do, that takes a little time. So like if it's reaction, if just say your skin's having issues, you need to and you find out that they have to do some research to find out what you're reacting to. So they pull skin, they do a skin test, and then when they do, they then help you with your intestines and your colon, because a lot of the mess comes from the colon because the colon collects it all. And she talks about how a lot of this is, it takes time to make it happen because sometimes it's a hit and miss, kind of like women who she was talking about, women who have estrogen, have testosterone, but their testosterone levels are very low. And yes, women do have testosterone. I didn't know that until she told us this. But how she said it's within this range, but hers was in the range, and the doctor's like, no wonder you're tired because it's low. Optimal and in range is very different. In range is like, oh, that's what we all see, but optimal is like what's best for your health. And then they bumped it up, and then it took a while, and then when it did, she wound up getting acne and some other stuff, and she's like, oh, this isn't going to work, and she had to find it. And she was helping to us to understand by putting herself in the scenario. She was helping to people to understand that if you really want effective long-term change, you need to slowly adjust things to ensure that things are working, and then you move on to something else. So she was amazing with that. She was amazing about doing little tweaks. Remember, doing little tweaks along the way, so therefore you don't look snatched because it's like we have the face like, ugh, and then all of a sudden, it's like the people look like they're frightened because they had their whole face wrapped, and she's like, no, you don't even need that. If you do tweaks along the way, you'll look fresh. Like again, like the woman, remember she said the woman came in and the woman's like, she's like, oh, tired, oh, tired. And she's like, they did some shots or something and then pulled things, tighten things up or something. And then the woman, because the little girl, the daughter had said, Mom, you're looking tired. And so, it wasn't
And you know
tired.
what? I tell people all the time that is not a greeting to somebody. Hey, how you doing? Oh my God, you look so tired. That mean, what are you saying? I look the worst that you've ever seen me? Like,
Yeah, exactly. So it was fascinating. Again, it's I love the fact that, and then she also made very clear. She's like, if you are wanting because you think this is going to change inside, then you're not doing it for the right reasons, because this will not change the inside. If you're doing it because you want to look better for yourself, that's one thing. But if you're thinking I have to look this way and it's going to make me a better person, she's like, that's not going to work for you. I love the fact that she was explaining that too. It's like, this again is a holistic situation. If you
yeah,
have,
I
and
learned a lot from her. She was really knowledgeable on what she was doing. You could tell
yeah,
that she's really passionate about it, not like just trying to get you in there and get you a lunchtime special poke.
yeah, and she offered a $100 gift certificate to anybody who was there that day that goes to her shop. She'll give them a
Oh,
hundred
that's
dollar
good.
gift certificate, and
Good.
credit or whatever, which is kind of cool. So okay, Angie. And folks, as you see, I've been popping up slowly the different things. These are the weekly readings for based on your horoscope sign, my weekly readings. So if you want to pop over and check those out afterwards, please feel free to do so. And who did you choose, Angie? I forgot.
I didn't choose anybody. Nobody put a question. They just kept saying, can I be on the list? So did nobody put a question? Does anybody have a question?
And JoJo says all natural products, incense too. Room sprays, candles, crystals, infused intentions.
Oh, here's one. Mercury Virgo said, "Can I please have a career-based read?" So Mercury Virgo, Mars. Wait. Oh yeah, Mars. Either of those. So Mercury, Mars. Okay, Mercury. Are you still here, Mercury? Did they say yes? Hey, Natalie. I didn't see your name in there. Hi. Tina said general. Oh, Mercury is still here. Okay. When I get into your energy, Mercury, they show me somebody on a seesaw. But there's two things that they're standing out to me. One, that this is not a real world. Like this is not real world. It's a seesaw, but it's in a cartoon world. So to me, that means it's a simulation and you can make changes. You can change the outcome of this. So you're on a seesaw and you're really high up. Like you've made some advancements. You like where you are in the level, and then you're feeling like you're coming down, like you're on the decline in your job, and you're hoping that that's not going to be. But what since they're showing it to me in a cartoon version, it's kind of like you're in control of it. How do you want it to be? What are you going to project for your future? What are you going to manifest? Do you want to stay there and continue to grow, or are you asking about a career move because you kind of maybe want to go somewhere else? But I feel like um the choice is yours. Like you get to decide how you're going to move forward. They're showing me the King of Wands, which is a person who's a leader, in a leadership position, very good at making decisions, passionate. It's about career. So for me, that you're in your King of Wands energy, you're making good choices, and you're wanting to oh, I was say that's not his question. And you're wanting to stay at, kind of at the level you are. You don't want to decline and drop down to something else. And so they're saying to me, like, it's your choice. How do you want to do this? What are you going to do to stay on the vibration you're on, or stay on the trajectory you're on? Just continue to do your work. Whatever got you to where you are, continue to do that. Don't change it up and think that you have to do something sensational or something that is not like you, in order to get their attention, because you already have their attention. That's why you're moving up in the company, is how they're showing it to me. And so if you want to continue, just continue to be you. You can develop new ideas, you can present new information, but in order to continue to go to rise, either in your field or in the company, you're just kind of continue to be you. So that's what I got for you. I'm not getting any feedback, so that's how I'm seeing it. Don, what'd you get?
Let's see. What do I got for Mercury? Hmm. It's interesting. As soon as I started shuffling the cards, Mercury, the thing that jumped out at me most was that I don't think you're in a career right now. I think you're in a job, and so I'm getting this feeling of time to find what is on your path. So I'm guessing that right now you're again, it's an employment, it's whatever, but you need to find something that aligns with your past, something that really relates to you, something that identify that you identify with. um, and are you have you thought about, or are you thinking about healthcare for some reason? Because I'm picking up healthcare, maybe holistic medicine or holistic kind of treatments or whatever. I'm picking up again a very much of a whole healthcare kind of focus. So if you're looking at a career, if you're when you talk about career and whatever, I think that I wouldn't be surprised if you're somehow going to get involved with mental or physical health and the whole healthcare, the whole health, holistic health kind of deal. So where you're taking on the body as a whole and not just one specific thing. And I'm not saying you're the provider necessarily, but I do see you involved in the healthcare in some way that again you're helping others and you're involved with the groups that are helping others. And so if you haven't gone in that path yet, I won't be surprised when you head in that direction. That's what I'm picking up for
Oh,
you.
he said he works in healthcare.
Oh, do 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 do.
He's very worried about declining. Like he feels like he's been at this level for a while. And how does he, you know, start to excel? And
Yeah.
so it's just kind of still being you, even if that means you somewhere else, but you're still on the rise. I don't see him declining and having to
Mhm.
climb his way back up. I see it as a steady climb as long as he continues to um with his same work ethic.
Yeah, I think and find that next rung. What else? What else can you do? And what else can you do in again the healthcare industry? And again, look for what I'm talking about specifically is you may be in a GP type situation with somebody, or you may be in a or in a in a specialty, but you need I'm sensing you in a more holistic thing, and something that is more about holistic health, something that's going to incorporate some of the metaphysical stuff such as meditations and all those things. And so maybe it's cancer treatment or cancer type situations, so where again you're helping to understand that the body and the mind and all works together in the healing process. Maybe rehab in the sense of rehabbing, helping somebody with rehab, which is psychological and physical at the same time. Something like that. I think that that's more on your path. So if I were you, I would try to, I would be looking for a way to move, not just lateral, but moving forward, but in a different direction at the same time. Because again, I don't think what you're doing now is not going to. It's not where you need to be. It's not where your heart's not there. Your mind's not there. You're just kind of putting in the work.
I also see that he like what you're saying makes sense because I see him more in a role where he's presenting or he's teaching people something. Like he's a very out or this person I get a male energy. I don't think it's a female. Um is very outgoing, easy to talk to, easy to get people, kind of engaged. And so I feel like that's where he needs to be, like a little bit more out front, a little more dealing with the actual maybe people in a different way. So maybe he feels stagnant because of, like you said, what he's doing, he doesn't enjoy, but he's a more outgoing person and presenting to a group seems more his where he would shine.
Exactly. Exactly. So take a little time to map out a direction. Don't take it haphazardly. Don't sit there and let what comes to you come to you. I would map out a projection. I would set a destination. I would say, okay, I think I want to move in this direction. And then when you do that, map out a way to make that happen. And then once you put that out there, once you've mapped it out, once you put it out to the energy to the universe, that this is what I want and this is where I'm headed. Do not be surprised if all of a sudden doors open for you in that direction. Because when you tell the universe what you want, often the universe listens and it does respond. And in this case, it will, in my opinion.
And also don't burn your bridges.
Yes.
As a
Yeah.
person who has left a place 3 times and came back, don't burn your bridges. Leave on good terms. Make sure you give notice. You are, you finish up your task so that you are rehireable, because both me and a couple other people I know left our job for something we thought was going to be greater and learned to appreciate the job that we had and went back to that same company. Maybe not in the same capacity, but to that same company And so just don't burn your bridges, even as you go on. We're still rising up, but went back to the comforts of what we knew and understood that at that point it was something that we enjoyed. But again, don't be afraid to go off. Just don't burn your bridges as you go.
Amen. Amen. And so many people do that. They think, oh, I can look back. I'll never come back. So whatever. And it's like, oh, sometimes when you say
Now,
you're
there have
not,
been a couple I've been like, ugh. But I still try to leave amicably. Like, I'm not going to come in on Friday and be like, yeah, today my last day. I'm going to give you some notice. I'm going to try to finish all my tasks, make sure everything's available for the next person to understand what I did. But yeah, ugh, some people do live in a huff.
yeah, sometimes it's easier said than done, right?
Definitely.
Exactly.
You're welcome, Mercury. I don't think I've ever seen you again. It was nice meeting you. Please like, share, comment, subscribe. Let somebody else know that we're live so that we can do some more readings because this is what I love to do. Just answer questions, nice questions, especially when it's about career because that is exciting.
Yeah. Yep. And not only that, it's great because it gives, I don't know, there's something, there's an energy, there's always an energy around career, job, and focus. And I don't know if it's because it's a forward thinking kind of energy or whatever, that it's a very different energy we get than some of the others. And we won't go into the others. You know what I mean? Just yeah. The Bonnie
Lori
others.
Taylor asked for a financial, and I do remember Tina Tops asked for a general,
So
and
which
there were
one?
Mars and Mars in here too. So
Which one? Tell me.
the one that's at the top is Lori. May I have a financial reading?
Lori Taylor.
Mm-hmm.
Mm-hmm. Okay.
All right,
Lori,
Miss
Lori,
Lori.
Lori.
Oh, this is weird because they show me like all of your money lined up, like in a window, like you're making all this money and you have it all lined up in a window for everybody to see. And the more you try to build your wealth, another one is snatched away, another one is snatched away. So I don't know if these are unexpected bills or unexpected expenses, but it seems that the more you try to build it to make it go up, another one is snatched away. So if you had like a whole bunch of things in a line like this, one, two, three, and you were trying to put another one over here to make the line longer. Every time you add one here, one is taken away from here. So you're not getting the gain that you want, or you're putting two and one's being taken away. And so you feel like you're working and working and working. Like they're kind of showing me like a hamster on a wheel, like you're steady trying to make the money. But as fast as you make it, it seems like it's disappearing. And you're like, how can I stop the bleeding? How can I stop this cycle? I feel like you've taken financial literacy classes and tried to stick to it, or you've gotten advice for somebody who's offered financial um uh advice to you, but you just it's just not clicking the way you want to, or it's not working as fast as you want to, and you're trying to figure out how to um stop all of the going out versus what's coming in. And so gosh, they're showing me the two of swords, like you really don't know where to go or what to do. Like you're really at a spot where you're like, I don't know what to do. I need to figure out what to do. And so I'm asking for advice from spirit, and they're showing me a page of wands. So that means that somebody's gonna either you're gonna get the inspiration in like creativity and passion and a new outlook on your job, or somebody's gonna come and give you information that has a youthful kind of energy to it. So either a younger person or the energy of the advice that you're going to get is going to be youthful, but it's going to help you out. And it's kind of like a light bulb goes on in your head, and you're learning how to kind of how to regroup and rethink about your finances so you attract money, because right now it feels like you're attracting the bills. Like the more you dwell on the bills, the more bills you're going to get to dwell on. So you're going to have to change what you're focusing on. You're going to have to focus on how to bring the money to you, how to make the river flow to you versus seeing everything that's going out, because they're showing me the Five of Cups, and the Five of Cups is concentrated on what you're losing versus what you have. And so what you want to do is make what you keep stay larger than what you're losing. And they're saying this information is going to come to you, but I'm not sure who it's going to come from. But it does seem to be maybe that a male is. So it either could be a job offer or somebody just giving you some information on how to better manage your money. So that's what I got.
Okay. I guess the energy I'm picking up is you're not afraid of work. You are, you're somebody who is not afraid of work. You'll put the work in. My question is, are you working effectively? Are you working? Are you putting the energy in a way in which you're getting the maximum benefit of that energy? Um, and so let me I'm picking geez, there's an interesting kind of, I'm getting this like sideways energy. Okay, so it's like I'm getting the energy about about energy about money and career, which is what came to me first. But I'm also getting a lot of sideways energy. Do you have kids that are like separated in age? It's like
She's also getting a divorce.
okay, okay. And is there uh, so is the separation? So it's not separation for age; it's separation for the relationship.
Yeah.
Interesting. Okay. And but you have kids, and you have so, but yeah, no, there is a separation. You have some younger kids, and you have old. You have girls that are younger, boys that are older. Is that how that works? Because I'm getting male female. I'm getting this male polarizing of male female. Or is your husband much older than you? And I don't think that's the case. I think it's kids. You have older boys and younger girls or something. Um, and the boys are going to handle this better than the girls. The girls are going to be a little bit frustrated, and they're going to be conflicted, especially one of them. One of them is kind of like a daddy's girl, and for her, she sees things a little differently, I think. um, I'm not telling you what I'm not telling you your business. You know what I'm, you know your kids better than me. But through this process, pay attention. Again, one of the girls is going to have more of a problem with this than the other. But yeah, but the boys are okay. The boys are good. So the boys are already out of the nest, right? Because I'm getting the feeling that they're not even in the nest anymore, or they're getting close. Again, you don't have as much connection with the boys as you do with the girls. The girls are again, you spend more time with the girls. The girls are there. So again, are the girls still in the nest and the boys are gone from the nest, or just the girls are small enough or young enough where they are much more care needing than the boys? The boys are kind of independent. But I'm getting actually that at least one of the boys is out of the nest. Um, let's
Oh
see.
my gosh, Don, is that why the money? Okay, that's why the more she builds, the more money leaves because she's trying to make up for the income she's about to lose.
It could be because there's a disparate situation in that sense, and and I think economics was part of the um,
She said the oldest is grown but just moved back in.
move back in. Okay, so the oldest had left the nest and come back in. That's again the a little economic impact. Oh, geez, yes, man, you got a lot going on. There's all kinds of sideways energies coming in. As I was talking about yeah, I'm getting, man, you're under it. You're under pressure.
And that's
You
why she doesn't know what to do. She's at a stalemate, that two of
yes.
swords. She's like, I just don't know. And she's literally begging her higher power
Yes.
to guide her.
Yeah, what I would strongly suggest to you, because again, I'm not in your head, but I'm getting all of this energy of knowing what it is you're. What I would suggest is sit down with a piece of white blank paper, and what I would do is, and again, I would draw two, no, draw three lines. Take a long piece of paper long, like let me show you what I'm talking about. Do something like like piece of paper long ways like this, and then I would draw three lines. Therefore, I have four sections. And when I have that four sections, I would, in each of those sections, I would put home on one, I would put health, I would put economics, and then I would put happiness. And then start thinking about the things that are bothering you, the things that need addressing, and put them in whichever category they go in. And just as many things as is bothering you, make sure that you're writing them down, but under which category that fits. Is it a home issue? Is it a health issue? Is it a financial issue? And if you think about it, they will cross over, but there'll be no, everyone will have one priority. When you list them all out, first of all and foremost, by listing them, you are going to, for the first time, actually see them on paper, and it's going to surprise you because you're going to realize by writing them down, there's some things that you can control, And there's some things that are driving you crazy, or that are bothering you, wearing on you, that you can't. And so by seeing the things you can't, the best thing to do, cross the line through it. Because you're like, you know what? I can't waste my energy. I have other things I need to focus on. I can't waste my energy on the things I cannot change, the things I cannot control. That's going to give you some clarity. It's going to help you to start moving forward, to give you focus. So again, scratch off the things that you cannot control, the things that you cannot change, and say, from now on, that's not occupying my brain. That's not renting space in my head. And then when you're done that, now look at your picture and then say, okay, out of these, which is the priority? Is it the home? Is it the finances? Is it whatever? Set the highest priority, and then take the first two in that one and say, these are my next goal. And then as you accomplish them, as you put things in motion, scratch them off, and then come back. And you can add to that list, and remember also to scratch off from that list. By doing this, you give yourself some structure, you give yourself some focus, because sometimes we're so into our head, we're so into our life, we're so into our drama, that we are outside of our comfort zone, and everything is very much amplified. But when you write it down and then you attack it that way, it becomes less amplified, because now it's there, it's on the paper, and you're like, oh, wait a minute, it's not as bad as I thought it was, because now I see it. But at
Or
the
it's
moment,
better than you thought it was.
exactly. But in the moment, it comes off as, oh my gosh, this is the world to me, and I've got to. This is like everything, but everything is everything. I mean, it's like I got to take care of this. I got to take care of this. Take care of this. Da-da. No, you realize that when you write them all down, some things can be put off a little bit, because there's higher priorities. Because that's the cool thing about it. When you write it all down, you're going to find what's the highest priority. You're going to know it just by looking at it and saying, oh no, that's got to go first. It's like saying, okay, the world is falling apart and I've got a mortgage payment due tomorrow. What is my priority? The world falling apart? Not really. The mortgage payment has to be made. So you realize all of a sudden that's top. And that takes one more thing off of your list. So do that for me. Do that for me. And then when you do that, then you'll get a better understanding that the world is not as crazy as you think. The things are not as insurmountable as you believe they are, and you will start moving and you'll see progress. And then as you come along things, add them to the list. Make sure as you resolve them, you scratch them off the list, and reprioritize when necessary. And then come back and give me some feedback. But again, you're overwhelmed, and I get the confusion. I felt it when I was connecting to you, because I was getting all kinds of stuff. You're worried about the kids. You're worried about how they're going to be impacted. You're worried about how the divorce is going to go. You're worried about the economics. I mean, your head is all over the place. And so I'm surprised we're not seeing the Seven of Pentacles, the focus card. I mean, Seven of Cups, the focus card. Because I mean, this is this woman's life right now. The focus,
Yeah.
you don't have focus,
And I
because
also kind of get that she, in her heart, doesn't want the divorce. Like, she still loves her husband, even if she was the one who to file. But I don't get that she wants it. Like, because when the Lover's card came out, but the lady was crying in the vision that they showed me. Then I got that Five of Wands, which is that, that conflict. But then I got that balancing card and that working on it. Like, she really tried to work it out, but she
yeah.
just could not work it out the way that she wanted it to be. And so she's really conflicted on how to move forward. And like she said, she was a stay-at-home mom. So now I either got to go back into the workforce, or I got to hope that there's enough money being granted to me in order to take care of everything. So she is in a very tough situation. This is a huge transition for her, especially if all the kids are going to stay with her. So she's going to have to try to really navigate through this, and it's really going to take balance. But she really is working on it. She just doesn't know what to do at this point. But the clarity is going to come to her, again, doing what you said, Don, and bringing those positive thoughts in, and making the problem smaller than it is, by seeing that it's not so tough.
Yeah, one thing I would suggest to you is give me a half hour. Give me a half hour 2 days a week. Give me a half hour 2 days a week. And what I want you to do is, it's going to be you actually who are going to benefit from me, not me. Okay. I want you to do this meditation. The reason why I want you to do this meditation, and again, it's on my YouTube channel. This meditation helps you to meet your spirit guides. And right now, You need clarity. Right now, you need to communicate clearly and you need to communicate effectively. And you have a team that is waiting to help you. That team is ready to come to your side. That team is already working for your advantage, but it would be even better if you could communicate with them. So even if you do not believe in spirit guides, I would suggest that at least twice in 1 week, if not 3 times, I would strongly suggest 3 times because again, the visualization that this meditation calls for, it takes a little while to get into the groove. So I would say 3 times. So if you could give me a half hour every other day for 6 days, that means 3 days, only 3 days, only 3 days. Because again, the first day you're going to do it, the next day you're not, the next day you're going to do it, the next day you're not, the next day you're going to do it. Run this video, do it when you have a quiet time, when you can set a half hour aside. Start the video, go through the meditation. It's a guided meditation. My voice, you know what my voice is. So you'll know who to expect when it comes on. It's me doing it. And let this meditation help to take you to meet your spirit guides. And then by that time, you can then learn to have a conversation with them and let them work with you. Let them help you. That's what they're there for. Have a conversation and say, spirit guides, I need you to come through. I need you to help put things clear for me. I need you to open ways for me. I need you to bring somebody in that can help me, to give me some direction. I need somebody who can help me with finances and understanding finances and all those things. Talk to your spirit guides. And this is what this is about. This whole meditation is truly for you to meet your spirit guides and open up that dialogue.
And
So,
relax. It helps you relax.
oh my gosh, it's amazing for relaxing. I have people that told me, and they thought they were insulting me, and they felt so bad when they told me. They said, "I don't mean to insult you, but this when I do this meditation, it's put me to sleep from time to time." And I told him, I said, no, that's a compliment because the meditation should take you to a very relaxed, deep state. And some people, when they get to that state, they're going to sleep. And that's what they did. And I'm like, no, you're good. Absolutely. Yeah. I have one person that tells me that they go to sleep at night with us, that they play this and they go to sleep and they hear and
And
it's
that's a
cool.
good because once you fall asleep, it's just unconsciously playing in your head. You're not fighting with it. You're not
Yeah.
trying to let me stay in the moment. Let me understand. Let me do everything. You're unconscious and you're just doing it. And eventually, in your waking time, it'll get easier to do too.
Yes. And this would be anybody who's watching right now, anybody. If you haven't done this meditation, I would strongly suggest you take a time and do it. Again, it usually takes 2 to 3 times before you get the visualizations down well. But when you do this, and I'm telling you, when you sit down, and you'll know what I'm talking about when you do the meditation, when you sit down and you eventually look over and you see a physical form who is a spirit guide, you're gonna be shocked because you're thinking, holy crap, this is real. And when you have that dialogue and they open up and they give you a kernel of information, a nugget that is so valuable and so powerful, you're going to be blown away and you're going to say, why didn't I do this sooner? Why didn't I know this sooner? But you knew it because this is when you're supposed to know it. So anybody watching, if you haven't done this, I strongly suggest watch this video, do this video. It's a half hour long. I'm giving you the warning because it's a half hour, but it is completely guided. So you will be walked through it all the way through. And when we're done, it'll bring you back to this world, and you'll sit down and you'll be open and ready to come. And if you do it, please let me know what your thoughts are. Give me feedback. But so far, everybody who's had it and have used it, the feedback has been amazing. Okay.
I also saw she said that she was working 2 jobs. I saw those 2 jobs turn into one, like the two became a one, and seems like it'll be more around Christmas time that you'll get that promotion or get whatever it is that you need, where that you won't need both of the jobs. The one job will be enough because you'll get whatever it is, the increase or the opportunity that you need, that'll be enough income where you don't have to work so hard. Because 2 jobs with 4 kids is a lot, believe me. 2 jobs with 1 kid is a lot, so 4 kids is a lot.
And I know somebody who's worked 2 to 3 jobs.
Exactly. With 1 kid, that's what I'm saying. So if she's got 4, then
Exactly.
hats off to you, young lady.
Exactly. Yeah, Angie is no stranger to work and to putting the effort in, And I got to give kudos to Angie. Angie will work her butt off when she's determined to do something. She makes it happen, which is wonderful. And her son learned that lesson from Mama very well, which I'm like, it's great. I'm telling you, and it's good to hear he's doing well. By the way, he's
He
doing
is.
well in his
Yeah.
first year of college.
Okay, I am so excited. I was worried and I was always ready to just drive up there, but he's been having a good time. No problems, no issues, so I'm great. And Miss Lori, I can tell you as a person who's had the really tough times where you really, really had to work and it really didn't seem like you were making any movement forward. It really is as simple as a mindset change. Like I was still working the two jobs, but the ends never met. Had that mindset change and the ends started to meet. And not only did they start to meet, they started to overlap. So now I could build a savings. Now I could get myself out of debt. So some things started to grow, but it's all in that change of mindset and seeing money as a blessing, not as just something that I have to have in order to pay this bill or to get to the next whatever. That mindset, that outlook, and just seeing money more as a friend than just something that you use to purchase stuff, then again, things will start to pick up for you.
Super.
All right. So
Come
Miss
back and
Tina
let us
is
know. Keep coming back and chatting and let us know how things are going with you.
definitely.
And if the good part is we'll send love, light, and energy to you for sure as well to make you help you along the way.
And then Miss Tina's back in here, and I think that she asked for a general way back in the beginning, and then Vladimir also asked for a general, and I know both of them were early on in the beginning.
So which one?
Miss Tina's at the top right now. She's up under Brittany.
I don't see her.
Tina Tops. She's just before Lori, where Lori said yes it is. Then Tina
Huh. Maybe it hasn't come through yet for me.
says I'm so proud. And
I
then
see Lori. Oh, Tina Tops. I see it. Yeah, I see it now. Okay. Yeah. It's backwards for me.
oh, okay, because
It comes
for
from the
me,
bottom for me, and I think for the top for you, right?
on top. Okay,
Yeah.
that makes. And Mars, we haven't forgot you. Mars is another one that was in the beginning. Oh my goodness, all three of them. And they have really good questions.
Remember, I used
Um,
to confuse Mars with Liz Ann.
oh yes, Mars. I haven't seen you in a long time. See your name in the chat for a long time. It's good to see you again. Definitely want to get to you tonight. So Miss Tina wants a general. No, Miss Tina asked a question. I think she said general, but she also asked a question about employment, about another job. She's looking to get another job, and how she's gonna do in that new job.
Yeah, I see this one. Let me keep looking. I'll find it.
Um, wow, Miss Tina, I got this as a partnership. Is this a job that you're getting just for Christmas? Because this doesn't seem to be very. Doesn't seem like it's going to be long term. It seems very temporary. I got the three of pentacles, which is partnership, which is you either learning from somebody or getting some information, or maybe you heard about this job from somebody else that you're about to get. But it does not. It seems to be like a temporary thing. Like I don't feel like you're going to be at this new job for a long, long time. I'm seeing the Five of Swords came out. That's you all up in your head, but also thinking about a defeat or a loss. Why are you thinking about a loss? Let me see. Oh gosh, that's too many cards. Why are you thinking about a loss? Why is it five? Oh, okay, two. No, that's two. I don't want two. Um, okay. Um, gosh, another five. A lot of conflict. So are you getting the second job because of a family conflict and you need to be able to, um, gosh, there's a lot of conflict. You got two fives and they're both conflict. One's thinking about a loss and then the other one is just conflict. Let me see where they're going with this.
The job is seasonal, but she wants to be trained. I'll put it up for you.
Oh, manager. Okay, it does, because it feels very temporary. I don't feel like you're going to be there long. And I don't feel like you're going to want to be there. Like, is it dealing with like the general public? Like, I feel like you're going to be dealing a lot with the general public. You're going to try to be cheerful. People are going to be grumpy for the holiday. You're going to make the best of it, but I don't think that you're really going to want to stay there for a very long time after you do it. Like, you're going to get what you're going to get the season's worth out of it, and I don't feel like you're going to want to go into it. You're going to like the income from the other job, but you're going to want something else. Like, when this is over, you're like, yeah, maybe I need to find something else. Like, I do like having a second job, but I don't know that I like this as the job that I want. And so, you're gonna figure, you're gonna have all these options, or you're gonna be considering some of the things, like the good things, the bad things that you liked about the job, and you're gonna make a decision as to what job you want to have next, because you're gonna like, again, having the extra income, but you're not going to like so much the task that you're doing for the season. Um, you're really ambitious because I got the Knight of Swords, which means you're trying to move forward and you're trying to make this money quickly. So either you have a debt that you need to, or something that you're saving toward, and you want it to build up quickly, but it's taken a very long time, because I also got the Knight of Pentacles, where it's been taking a long time because moving very slowly, and now you're trying to put some momentum on it, but you're trying to force it a little bit because you really want to make this money, or you really need to make this money. But again, I don't feel like, because you're not used to dealing with people in such a uncontrolled environment. Like, as a teacher, it's a little bit more controlled. Things are a little bit more structured. And it felt like retail. I kept seeing cash register, so she did say it was a store. So it's a little bit more uncontrolled, and people are a little bit different, and these are adults that are sometimes going to seem like children. So again, you're going to like the money, but you're not so much going to like all of the activities that you're going to have to do. And so you're going to look for something else after this season is over, that is still a second job, that is still give you kind of the hours that you had, but it won't be in that capacity, because you've learned your lesson. And but I do see the money continuing. I don't see it disappearing, and you do seem to be reaching your goal, because they're showing me like you were racing, you were running a race, and then you get to the finish line and you're jumping up and down and you get your medal. So whatever you're saving for, whatever bill or debt you're trying to pay off, you are going to accomplish it. It's just going to be a hard roll. It's gonna take a lot of hard work. So that's what I got for Miss Tina.
Tina, I was picking up real estate. I was picking up real estate. I was picking up something about real estate. Are you looking at buying or selling or renting? Because I was picking up real estate. The other thing was, and when you're talking career, I was thinking, is it real estate career? But I don't think it's real estate career. I think there's something about real estate itself that was coming to me. And
I
so,
do know at one time she was looking for either a house or a new apartment. She was looking for a bigger place.
yeah, I think that's back on the list of things, because again, I'm definitely picking up real estate for her, and I'm picking up, and again, I was thinking, because um we talked about career, and I was thinking, but I'm like, there's no crossover there. So don't be surprised if an opportunity comes your way that you were hoping to have come your way, and it's going to be real estate related. Because I'm picking that up. I'm picking up the fact that you're either going to move, or again, you're going to buy or rent. But I'm seeing it. I moved August 17th, but plan to buy. Oh, so you just moved? Okay, that makes that would explain the real estate question. I love it. It's amazing when the plan comes together there, right? But yeah, no. Let me try to separate the two to make sure that. So again, the August 17th energy. Let me try to separate that from the energy.
I think maybe she moved into like another apartment or something,
Yeah,
but she really wants to buy a house.
yeah,
I'm thinking.
yeah. No, yeah. The house is yeah. I still no. I can see that again. The energy. That's why it's maybe double the energy than or something. But no, I still see you. I still see an opportunity. And you're going to find an opportunity is going to come your way, and it's going to come your way when you're not expecting it. So yeah, there is still a house coming your way. There's a so yeah. This is just not only the 17th energy, the August 17th move, but yeah, there is an opportunity coming. So keep making sure you're keeping things in line, making sure that you're working on the credit issues, you're working on anything that can help you to get that approval down the road, because it's going to happen. First time home buyers programs, all those kind of things. Make sure that you've lined them up and you understand them. There's classes. I see the classes. So again, are you a first time home buyer? Because I'm picking up that this is a first time home buyer situation. So make sure that you're taking the class. Make sure you check into the grant for first time home buyers. Make sure you take that class, because they show me you sitting in, and it's, but then when Angie said teacher, I'm thinking, well, but no, I think this is you taking the class to get that home buyers discount for your first time home buyers, and your lower interest rate too, and also your lower down payment rate. So make sure you check into that, because there's a program out there for you in that, and make sure you're using it to your advantage. And after 3 to 5 years, when you've owned it, that second note, which is the down payment, goes away, because they relinquish that for you. My daughter taking the classes and recommended there you go, exactly. Damn, I might be psychic, Angie.
You listen, before I could even get the words to fall out of my mouth, you were saying it, Don. I think you might be.
So yeah, no, this is good. These are good things. Make sure you take them. Make sure you're working them. Okay, because this is what I'm picking up. This is the energy I'm getting. So be prepared. Make sure that you are ready to take advantage of the opportunity when it shows up at your doorstep. That's what creates wealth.
Like you said, Don, I do think that she's going to get it, because I see her kind of walking through a new house, or a house that's already decorated, and being proud of the accomplishment she's made. So I definitely see her getting it.
Yeah, I love it. And it's interesting, because when you talked about walking through the house, I started walking through like
just impressed at what she got.
Yes,
but not in an arrogant kind of way, in a very appreciative, grateful, like, oh my gosh, I can't believe.
It's like it finally came to be. It finally came to, exactly. It's like, I can't believe it finally happened for me. So yes, that's the energy. Absolutely.
And having great pride in her property. Like, she's going to be a person who really keeps up with the property, make sure everything looks nice. She's going to have that much pride in ownership.
Absolutely. I'm getting lots of good energy. So
I heard sooner than you think. So like, it's going to happen before you think. Of whatever timeline they gave you, like maybe somebody said, oh, in a couple years, try again. I feel like it's going to be more time than that. Because you're really, really focused. That Knight of Swords, you're really focused. You're really ambitious on clearing out that debt, so that you can move toward what your goal is.
Not that, but this one's coming to her. This one's coming to you. You're not going to it. It's like you are, as you work to be prepared, an opportunity is going to come your way. And you're going to go, wow, I'm not sure I'm ready, but you will be. And you're going to be able to jump on it. So the good part is you don't even need to chase this down. It's going to find you. And that's a cool thing, because it means it's really, really definitely right for you. So get ready to enjoy that aspect of it too, because again, divine timing, that it will line up and it will deliver to you, and all you have to do is step up to the plate and say, "Bring it on, bring it on."
Yeah. That's good. I love a good reading. I love a positive reading with a lot of confirmation, but I like that for her. She is well deserved. She used to be Brandon's daycare teacher. I love her.
Really? Oh, how cool is that?
She knows Brandon from when he was a little. Like me, we moved here when Brandon was 2, so she knows Brandon from a little all the way up.
But she's not here, is she?
Yeah, she is here. Miss Tina, she is here. Yep.
Because I saw her in a 2-story house, and we don't usually do 2-story houses here, which is interesting, right? Because I was picking up an energy, and I'm seeing her in a 2-story house, and I'm thinking, Arizona, we don't usually have 2-story houses. So don't be surprised if it's a new build, because again, the newer builds are going up instead of out. Like in Arizona, we used to build out, but now we're building up. So to me, that now indicates, knowing where you are, you're winding up in a new build. You're winding up in a new built house. I'm not saying you had the house built for you. What I'm saying is, it's like a new development, and again, it's somehow that is brought to you, and you're going to jump on, or maybe it's a government program that says this development is approved for this kind of funding or something like that. But you're built. This is an up house, not an outhouse. It's not spread. It's up, because I saw that. So for me, when I saw that, I'm thinking maybe she's somewhere elsewhere, because again, here in Arizona, we don't build out. We build out. We don't build up. Which is crazy. So don't be surprised. I do see you in a 2-story. I see you in a 2-story.
Oh, wow.
Yeah.
Tina, is this the area like where we are now? Is this where you're trying to be, or are you trying to move out further? Because she's in the area where I
West
am.
Valley. I get her in the West Valley. I see her in the West Valley.
Oh, there you go.
Is that what did she say? Are
I
you,
don't know where her job is.
yeah. I'm getting a draw to the West Valley. I'm getting this feeling of the West Valley and not the East, which is interesting because a lot of people are moving east, but I don't get that for
And
you.
that's what I want to eat. She says you're in Levine now.
Where is Levine? I'm not sure.
Like that's the one you have to take like baseline all the way down to like 50th Avenues, and then that's like Levine area up in there.
So Avenue means west, right?
Yeah. So you're going
Hmm.
straight out baseline all the way out. Yeah.
I may be psychic. I don't
53rd
know.
Avenue and something like that. Yeah, like all up in there. That's Levine.
Oh, that's great. I love confirmation when it's right there. It's like, yeah,
Oh,
that's
she says she's still in our ticket. She wants to go to Levine. So yeah, Don, that's right, because that's going that way west. Yeah.
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 There you go. Damn, I'm good.
Well, there you go. Psychic tonight. Mars, or Vladimir, are either of you here to put your question in there? The other person she's at 51st Avenue in Baseline. Oh, yep, that's around the Levine area. Yep. Um, um,
Hey, Julie, nice to see you in.
Vladimir or Mars, are you still here? Can you put your question in so we don't have to search for it? Oh, Vladimir said he's here. And I do remember that oh, there it is, General. That they said General. Hey, Thoko.
Vladimir. Vladimir.
Vladimir.
Love that name.
I know this better than I be a relationship read. I feel like I've read Vladimir before and it had something to do with a breakup and that maybe he didn't pull the trigger on the breakup, but let me see before I say that. Because the Tower card did come out. That was the very first card that came out for you. So
Do you see Thoko is here? Hello,
I
Thoko.
did. Yeah. So let me see. Vladimir. It feels like the explosive end to something like this. You got the Tower card, so there's an ending coming, but it's something that you've been fighting against and that you weren't doing what you're supposed to do. So it's going to be a sudden, drastic change for you. That doesn't necessarily have to be a bad thing, but it is going to be something to put an ending to something that you should have ended already. It feels very much like a relationship because they're showing me the Two of Cups, and the Two of Cups are being pulled apart. So the two people are being pulled apart. So is it a relationship that you're leaving, or that you were supposed to leave and you didn't leave, or that you're kind of back and forth with this person? Is how it feels to me. And this may be the final for the situation because you won't leave. Um, and maybe it's affecting your money, your income, because I got the Ace of Pentacles, but I got the Ace of Pentacles with the Queen of Cups, and this is a person who the the Queen of Cups was reversed, and I usually don't do reversals, but they're showing me that this person may not be so much in control of their emotions and may be being emotional and making their decisions based on emotion and it's affecting your money, or whatever the situation that you're having is affecting your money because you're not thinking logically. You're a little bit too emotional in the situation, and your higher power is coming in to just kind of clean it up, just kind of give you that sudden. It's kind of like snatching the band-aid off with the Tower card. It's just going to be a sudden drastic change. It may be painful, but it also is something that you need to kind of wipe it out. It's like the storm that comes to clear it away versus just for destruction. So it's actually clearing the way for you. Um, Dang, all those cards fell on the floor and I'm not picking them up, so I'm just gonna get a new deck. I'm just not crawling on the floor to get all those cards. So let me see what else they got for you. But I do feel like this will be the end. Is that true? Is any of this making sense? Is it a relationship? Because that's what it feels like. They keep showing me the Two of Cups and you being pulled apart from this situation. It's affecting your money. So either you're not being productive at work, or it's costing you a lot to get out of this situation. And this is going to be the drastic change that you need to just go ahead and stop the bleeding or stop the money, because all of your dollars are flying away. Could be related to the job. It could be related to the job, but there is a relationship that is being pulled apart. So it could be a work relationship. It's just a very, it's the Two of Cups. So that's usually partnership or relationship. So If it's not an intimate relationship, then it could be, but I feel you're pulling apart, like you're leaving, like there's a, like this is something that you should, oh. So was it that you were expecting a promotion and you did not get the promotion, or you were expecting advancement and you didn't, because it's affecting your money. That's what it is. This situation is affecting your money and you're working with your emotions versus your logic and being strategic. And so this tower is coming in to end it. So whatever the relationship is, it is going to be ended. I got the Seven of Pentacles, like you've been working hard and you're trying to figure out which way to go. And so for you, it may just be that you have to go, that you have to leave this situation. And then all those seeds that you planted, maybe in your industry or in your career, are going to start to grow, but you have to get from up under this. Like you're not making the decision to go because you're a loyal person, but I do not feel like your employer is loyal to you. And then I got at the bottom of the deck for your overall energy is a transition. That's the world card. You transitioning, you getting your success, your achievement, but you're transitioning from one situation that may not be so great to something else, but it's transforming you and making you a better person. Like you're learning things along the way. And so as you grow and you wait for these seeds to start to show you some kind of harvest, you are definitely going to make this drastic change. But it's not going to, like, it's going to be tight financially, but it's not going to be where you're just like no money. Like I see you kind of pulling your pockets inside out and finding lint. They're saying no, it's not going to get to the point where you're going to need money like that, but it is going to be a little bit tight as you transition to your new position. So if you have not left, you need to start like maybe updating your resume, start looking for things that you want to do, and look for jobs that meet the price range that you want, the work schedule that you want, and the work that you want to do. Don't just settle for, don't just say, I want to make more money. Well, if I make $5,000 a month and then I just make 5,100, that's more money. But maybe I meant I need 8,000 and all I said was I want to make more money. So be specific about how much more you need. If I need $25,000 more per year, then that's what I need to say. I want a job that pays me 25,000 or more than I make now. Don't just say I want to make more money. So be specific in that you need a significant amount of money, and also be significant in that you want to change or you want something like I want to be in management. I want to be the person that's in charge of processes. All of my managers and my directors know in my department that I would like to be in charge of processes, not people. I don't like to deal with people and their problems and all that. Why I ain't come to work? So I like to be involved in processes. So if I want to go up, when I tell my higher power what I want to deal with something that has to do with processes, not people. And so just set out what you want. But either way, the ending is coming. It's going to be sudden. So it may be just like a large amount of layoffs, like, oh, we're all late, we're laying off all these people. It's going to cut for a little bit and then boom, all those seeds you planted start growing. You start seeing your harvest and you transition and you learn a lot. You learn a lot about your loyalty versus how people are treating you, and you demand a higher level of respect. Like I feel like you were not fully speaking your mind because my throat is a little bit itchy and they're showing me that throat chakra. So you may not have spoke up as often as you should have. And you let a lot of things pass by because you thought maybe next time. And now you're fed up. And so since you won't go, your higher power is going to end it for you, but they're also looking out for you. So it's going to end up being better than you thought it was going to be. So that's what I got. Yeah, he said it all falls on deaf ears.
And what was it? The original was just general, right?
General.
Yeah, because I'm not picking up career necessarily. I'm not picking up relationship. Vladimir, do you? The one thing I'm picking up is I don't know, but I mean I don't mean to put words into your mouth or impugn or whatever, but I just feel like you're kind of lost right now. You're just kind of you're seeking, and it's like you're seeking something, and I'm not even sure that you know what the something is, but I just feel that there's something missing, and you're not sure what it is, and so you're like on this. You're just trying to figure out what is the void and how to fill it. Because again, part of the problem is you're not even sure what it is. You just feel like something's missing. I'll eventually figure it out. But until you figure it out, you can't seem to fill it because and then you're like, it's like shooting in the dark. It's like, I'm going to try this and this and this, and it's not working. Um, the one thing I would suggest, again, I posted it earlier, and that is that meditation video, because it can help you also in that regard to find it. But I do think you need to find a way to silence your mind. I think you need to learn how to quiet your mind using the candle exerciser that I teach and I've told everybody about before, or some other way in which you can quiet your mind, because your mind is it's too crowded. You're doing there's a lot of things happening, and you're not able to quiet the mind and silence it enough to listen to what it is you truly need to address. And part of that is I also I just think you need a rest. And I'm not talking physically tired. I'm talking mentally tired. I'm talking mentally drained, because again, there's so much happening in your mind. You're getting a lot of activity. You're getting a lot of different information flowing, and it's so intrusive that it doesn't give you the time to allow your mind to rest. So even when your body rests, your mind is not resting, and you're going to have to find a way to do that. And again, I would strongly suggest using the candle exercise. And for anybody, I don't know if you know how to do it, Vladimir. And for everybody, I'm going to go ahead and explain it real quick how to do it. And that is get a tapered candle, a thin candle, long and thin, because the candle is not important. And the reason that's why I make it a small one, because I don't want you focusing on the candle. You're going to find a quiet space, a dark space, or a dim space where you cannot be disturbed. You're going to set a clock an alarm on your phone or wherever for 5 minutes. Then you're going to turn the phone over, make sure it's on silent and it cannot move or ring or anything. And then you're going to make sure that candle is lit, and you're going to focus solely on the flame, nothing else. And as your mind, for the first 2-3 days, your mind will want to wander onto, oh, what do I need next? And who's going to call? And tomorrow I need to do this. And next day, and you have to keep bringing it back to the flame. And so if it helps you to say, is the flame tall? Is the flame short? Is the flame wide? Is the flame blue? Is the flame green? Whatever it helps to make you continue to focus on the flame. Over the first 3 days, it's hard. On the third day, it gets much easier. And by the fourth or fifth day, you're actually now controlling your mind, because you are only focusing on the flame. And then by the sixth or seventh day, don't be surprised if all of a sudden you start seeing images in the flame, or you start hearing then messages, because now that you've quieted the mind, now you told the mind, shut up, sit down, and I will call on you when I am ready. All of a sudden, you're now available to the subconscious and to the spirits. And so allow yourself that opportunity. So use the candle experiment, use that experience to help you to learn to quiet your mind. And when you do that, Vladimir, I think you're going to be so happy that you did, because again, I think that's when you're going to find out what is the void and then how to fill the void. Because right now it's just you're inundated with too much, just too much, and you can't clear it quickly enough. It just, as soon as you get one thing in your head, another thing comes through, another thing comes through, another thing comes through, and then the quiet voices that are coming through are overpowered with the things that your conscious mind is taking care of. Your conscious mind needs to be put on time out. So there you go. That's what I've got for you.
Yeah. And just meditative music also helps. Like I prefer a meditation that is like they're either repeating something to me or something that is guided, like the meditation that Don was talking about. And sometimes just music. Sometimes I'll just put on those binaural beats and just let those go while I'm doing my work, and it calms me, it helps me focus, and it helps me to kind of stay out of my head thinking about things that are not on task and what I'm supposed to be doing. So again, sometimes just that music also helps too.
Yeah, and it's interesting because I just yawned and I wasn't tired until I was reading, until I picked up on Vladimir's energy. And again, Vladimir, that's your mind. Your mind, your mind is just overwhelmed and tired because, and I'm not empathic generally, so I'm not picking up that usually, but it is interesting how I'm picking up that your mind is just like, give me a rest. I just felt like it needs space, it needs peace. So give yourself that opportunity.
And to raise your vibration, watch something funny. Sometimes when I've had an overwhelming day, my go-to, I'm gonna go watch me some Golden Girls. I'm gonna go watch some Living Single. I'm gonna go watch some Reba, Big Bang Theory, Friends. I'm gonna watch something that makes me laugh. And while I'm laughing, it's raising my vibration, but it's also helping me to forget whatever it is that was causing me so much stress. So laughter also works for me. Like sometimes I just need that joyfulness and that, complete abandonment of whatever has been causing me or stressing me out. Like sometimes it's work. Like you get off of work and you're still calculating in your head. I should have said this in the email. I got to do this tomorrow. I have a meeting at this time and this and this and this. And we had to have this done and that done. And so work is overwhelming you even after you've checked out of work. So find something funny that takes your mind off of it and gives you that kind of rest. And you'll also see sometimes that your thoughts will change and your higher power will speak to you. So there's more than one way. So don't dismiss all the different ways your higher power could speak to you and try to get in touch with you, because I feel like your higher power is trying to calm you. You're just, it's so much information, like Donna's saying, coming at you, or it's so overwhelming that you're not getting any of it. So all of it's coming, and it's not to say that it's bad. It's just you're not getting any of it. You're not getting the benefit of anything because it's too much at one time, and you need to isolate and figure out what's the one thing that you need to be concentrating on at that time, and then work through each situation until you figure it out.
And you're right, Angie. It is counterintuitive to think that more energy would bring more peace and more relaxation but it's true. The more energy, the higher you raise your energy vibration, the higher vibrationally you are, it takes you to a clearer space, a clearer headspace,
Yeah.
a space where you're in more in control. So it does seem counterintuitive, but it truly is. And that's why we tell people put on, again, high volume, not volume loud, but high energy music, music that's like, again, boom, 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 and like, something that's very, very active, very, 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 but you can feel the beats and stuff in your heart and
Yeah.
in your soul. And then again, laughter is one of the easiest ways to raise your vibrations. And then by the time you get that going, all of a sudden you're like, wow, I feel
It's been an hour. It's
released.
been half an hour, an hour, 2 hours, and
Yep.
you haven't even thought about your situation at all. And so now you're like, well, I guess it isn't so bad. And you kind of change your mindset. It's all in changing your mindset. It sounds so simple, but believe me, if you listen to the experts, that's what they'll tell you. It's a mindset shift. It's a mindset shift. And it's gradual. It's not like you're going to wake up one day and just be like Tony. What's that guy named Tony Rich who be on there all the time, giving all those pep talks? You're not going to just turn into him overnight, but you are going to drastically see the changes in yourself if it's only just in your mood and how you deal with stressful situations. And then it'll spill over and you'll be like, well, wait, this actually works for attracting money, manifesting this, and getting the job that I want, and finding the love that I want. And so things like that. So it's a change in mindset.
Absolutely. Absolutely. So yeah,
All
give it a
right.
try. Give it a try.
Um, I don't know. Is this Lito dude? I don't know what this is. Little. I have no idea it is. Whoever Mars was helping. Did I saw that you wanted a general, but Mars is next because she's been wait or that she Mars is a female, right? She's been waiting a long time. So Mars, go ahead and put your I think you wanted a general, and then just put your question back in. What is your name? Tell us how to say that. Your name. So Lito, tell us how to say your name. So Mars, are you still here and are you ready? Or whatever the universe has for me. Oh, good. I love that. Oh my gosh. Oh, immediately when I read your question, I saw wings on it. So I feel like you've ascended to a level, like you've reached some kind of you've reached a level that you haven't reached before in some kind of something. They're showing me the temperance card. So you've been tested greatly on your patience. Oh my goodness. And honey, don't I know about being tested on your patience? But I feel like you've been greatly tested on your patience and having to have a lot of restraint, because I'm also seeing the strength card hovering over with the temperance card hovering over. So you've been tested a great deal in your patience and you've withstood a lot. Um, Rest. You need the rest because you feel like you are worn out. They're showing me the 9 of Wands. You feel worn out, tired, and they're telling you to hold on, but you are going to need some rest. A little bit of relaxation, a little bit of time again to yourself to kind of clear your mind. All of us have been go 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 go. Um And so we have so much going on in our mind, and we're thinking about this and we're thinking about that. And then the next season is about to be the holiday, and then vacation, and the kids are back to school, and then the bills, and then this, and then that, and then this. And so we have so much going on that we're needing the rest. We're needing to clear our mind. And so that's what this card is. It's rest, and it's your anxiety and your fears. You're needing to settle down and just get a little bit of rest. And the universe is saying, like, we know you've been tested, you've had to endure a lot, and you are good news is coming in about your finances. I feel like you have been in a bit of a financial struggle. That may have been the biggest things that you're dealing with. But good news is coming in about your finances. I like a page because it's youthful energy, which means it's a little bit newer energy. I like a page. I like the pentacles because it's blessings, money, usually having to do with things that are you can see, feel, touch, and taste. So it's things that are tangible to you, and this is good news coming in. So I do like that, either about a new job or just another way to get money, or it could even be an increase. But I do see good things coming in for you, and you getting back on track in a way that you feel that you can take care of your family. You got two queens. Wow. Queens is usually a single person who's taking care of the family that's working. If not single, then you do a lot more fair share of the family work life balance than anybody else. Like you're doing a lot outside for work, and then you're coming home and having to do a lot more. So you have your hands in everything. You're very nurturing. You're very giving, and you work very hard. And so then you're being balanced off with that Queen of Cups, but you're also going to have to nurture yourself and get a little bit more balance and use your intuition a little bit more. I feel like you're using a lot of physical labor, where if you just listen to your intuition and what your higher power is trying to tell you, you won't have to work so hard at what you're trying to accomplish. And things are getting better. And what was at the bottom of the deck? The Nine of Swords. That's that keeping you up, that worry you, trying to figure out what your issue is. And they're saying just really listen to your intuition. Again, passion, creativity, another page. When you get this many pages, which you've gotten to, that's communication coming to you. That's information coming to you that is going to help you out. So there's going to be some kind of communication, some kind of conversation, some kind of information that is coming to you. I feel like this again is about money, again about work. So it's either a new job, a better job, or some kind of increase, because you got two pages. One to do it with the work for me with the wands, and then the one with the pentacles, which is a good news coming in. So again, I feel like there are good things coming to you just listening to your intuition. They're really saying, like, this feels like the labor in you, that queen, and this is the intuitive you. If you listen to her, your workload will be easier. It won't be so hard. But you also got to settle down to be able to get the intuitive nudges to listen to and move forward with what your intuition is telling you. So that's what I got for you, Mars.
Mars, as Angie was talking with you, I was trying to pick up on your energy. As you guys have noticed today, I'm trying to not do the cards. I'm trying to really use the psychic skills. It's been a while since I've solely done psychic, and so for me, it's I'm really trying today to focus on doing it psychically. So, and then so as I was kind of tapping into your spirit and your energy, Mars, I'm picking up. There's this younger person, younger male, an interesting energy. Somebody who is a little, maybe egotistical, maybe a little arrogant. Somebody who is a little bit into themselves a little too much. And are you interested in them? Are you somehow, what's the connection with this person? Because I'm picking up this energy around you, and I'm feeling like you have a love-hate relationship with this person. So I think part of you doesn't like this person because of some of their arrogance, and but part of you likes it because of their strength and their because of their arrogance. You're like, man, they're assured, they're self-assured. Does this again? Who do you know? Is this your energy again? I got to ask that question first. Does this resonate with you? Because I'm picking again. It's like this. It's a male energy, by the way. It's a male energy, and it's not an older energy. It's a more younger energy. So it's when I say older, I'm like me older than like again 20s, maybe 30s. It could be in the teens, but I don't think so. This is more like a 20s, 30s kind of energy. And again, it's love hate. You kind of like them, but you don't like them for the same reasons. Either that's my younger brother or the person I have a little bit of admiration, crush on. That's kind of, I think it's the crush thing. Okay, and again, it's like it's repel attract. It's like you, the things that repel you also attract you. It's like this kind of look at that. Look at my wrists when I did that. See that? It's like this blue. It's weird. It's like do 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 weird. Anyway, sorry, squirrel.
You totally lost sight of what was going on.
So I'm lost. Lord have mercy. A lost soul. Look at that. Anyway, so but no, there this person fascinates you. I think you need to explore this. I think you need to explore a relationship with this person. I think you need to push forward because I think that the chemical reaction, and I'm truly talking chemical. There is a reaction, a chemical reaction that this person brings to you. You actually physically feel the chemistry between the two of you is something. And again, it's that attraction, that repel attract. There's something there. There's something very much there. And I don't, again, just, but don't force anything. Don't try to make something happen before it has germinated. Let it kind of grow on its own and let it continue to go. But I really do believe there's something there. And don't be surprised if down the road this turns into a little bit more than that. It's one of those things where you
It
hate your
feels
brother.
like a love hate, like we argue all the time, but the argument is really passion that we just don't want to admit
Exactly.
that
It's like
we have.
flirting. They're
Or
arguing
that she
like
like she
flirting.
wants to maintain the control in the situation.
Yeah. Yeah. Yeah, I feel this energy. This person is, there's something between the two of you. And again, I don't know if it's going to be a long term, very close friendship, but I think it's going to cross a line at one point, and I do believe it's going to get a little spicy, a little spicy. And I don't know where it's going to take you because again, I don't know how it's going to react in the end. But I do feel there's something there. There's something very much there, and I think you should pursue it when it comes. I think you can help nudge it, but don't force it because that's not going to help it. This person is not the kind that likes to be forced. Again, this person's determined and it's all about him. So he's got to come
There's
to that
also
mission.
something unique about the relationship, Don. Like maybe it's the friend of a friend, or it's the brother of a. There's multiple layers to the relationship. It's not like
Exactly.
it doesn't feel like she just met this person. It's like there's another person in common to it, which also complicates the relationship.
Exactly. Yep. Yep. So that's what I'm picking up for you. Just be aware. Just be aware. Do whatever what you want with the information.
Well, there you go, Mars. Mars, that was an excellent reading. I love it. I love it. I love it. And it was short. Look, we didn't even go into a dissertation. Your energy was easy breezy. Again,
Exactly.
good stuff coming from you. Again, try one of the meditations that Don talked about because again, the rest card came up with you with that Four of Swords. So you're needing to kind of like zone out, self care, and kind of just clear your mind. Everybody needs to clear your mind, but again, coming off of summer and all the activity we've had is kind of it's about to be that winter month. Oh, I forgot about that, Donna. You just kind of have to slow down a
Yeah.
little bit. I didn't even think about that. That
Yeah.
makes so much sense. And the eclipse. Oh my gosh, so much stuff is happening right
So
now.
much
We're just
of it
getting
happening.
bombarded.
Yep. Also, folks, by the way, thank you for coming in and bringing the energy because when you guys come in, you make it easy for us to read because what we're picking up is generally your energy anyway. And your life, your experience, your lived experiences live in the energy field around you, the auric field around you. And that energy field is what we tap into. Our energy connects to your energy. And so it helps us to be able to give you direction and understanding and guidance because of that. So we thank you. We thank you very, very much for bringing that energy field, for bringing that energy load to us and letting us share that space with you. Without that, we wouldn't do it. And there are times where some people consciously want to be read and subconsciously they don't. And so subconsciously they turn that energy off and it's like you cannot come through. And when that happens, it's frustrating to them and for us it's sad because we'd love to be able to help but we know we can't. And eventually sometimes we do it by breaking the wall down by communication and just having a conversation and all of a sudden the wall comes down. But there are times where subconsciously your body is like we're not getting read today, it ain't gonna happen. And so again we thank you guys for doing
And
that.
I've learned not to fight with the energy. If
Oh yeah.
you're just not ready. It may not be that you're like consciously blocking, but you just may not be ready for it. And so I'm not gonna
Mhm.
push it.
Hmm.
Mars, one thing that I am hearing is they're saying be yourself. Don't let your friendship, let this person walk over you because of your friendship. Continue to be who you are and stand your ground in your feminine energy or in whatever energy that you present as your regular self, but also kind of, find that balance. Don't be too hard, but also don't be a pushover. Find that balance and be authentically who you are, because ultimately that's who you two are going to end up with. If you pretend to be something that you're not, ultimately when the real you bubbles up and can't be forced down anymore, it's going to be volatile. So go ahead and authentically be you in the entire situation, and you two will find a more common ground that way.
Absolutely. Absolutely. So who's next, Miss Angie?
I don't know. The person that I have seen is this Medina. I think we got everybody that I remember asking a question. If I missed you, hey Harley. I didn't forget you. Oh, little dude, like little dude. Okay, little dude. Okay, I would have never got that out. Little dude was the other person that we told we would do. So little dude, are you still here? Do you have a question? But then also Medina's here. Um and I don't know who else. What was your question, little dude? Like that sounds so weird. I would have never figured that out, but it's so simple now that I'm reading it. Oh, general. He said general. Okay, cool. Okay, so okay. Immediately as I got into your energy, I got you surfing. It's dead night, like it's dark outside, so you're surfing on a wave or on the water, but you can't see where you're going. So what you're doing is dangerous. Like you're pushing it to the limit. So it's kind of like you know what you're doing, like you have this skill, but you're doing it either at an inappropriate time or you're pushing yourself well beyond the limits that you should be pushing yourself for. So I don't know if you're working too many hours, like maybe you're working 60, 70 hours a week or what it is, but you're pushing yourself to the limit in whatever this situation is. So again, I see you surfing, but you're riding the wave, but it's at night, so you can't really see what's coming at you. Water is usually in motion. For this doesn't seem to be a very emotional thing, except for that you're kind of riding high, or you're high energy, or you're an adrenaline person, like you're getting an adrenaline rush from it. But there's a danger in that. It's dark. It's an activity that you should not be doing at night. So whatever you're doing, like you're pushing the limits of what you're doing, even though you're talented at what you're doing. Um, I also got the Ace of Cups. That was the first card that came up for you. Was the Ace of Cups. And that's usually a new beginning. That's a new fresh start, like a cup of love, like something that intuition. Like I feel like that's clarity. That's and it's a gift from your higher power. So maybe you're getting clarity, or you're getting this inspiration, or you're telling, or you're a newfound um it's kind of like an aha moment, like you realize, oh, okay, every time the hair stand up on my arm, that's a good thing, like that's a decision that I should make. Or every time I get this twitch in my ear or my eye jumps, that's a bad thing. Like whatever it is for you, like you're getting some kind of new thing that lets you know your intuition, or that you're on path, because you're always asking, am I doing this right? Should I be doing this? What am I doing? Like you're always seeking something from your higher power, or to know if you're on the right path. And this, like, I used to wonder, am I on point with reading? And they started giving me goosebumps. So even if my reader did tell me what was going on, I would get goosebumps, and that would let me know that I was on point. So I'm getting that you are trying, like you're getting at this time, and it's a new thing that you've never paid attention to before. I get the celebration card, which is the Three of Cups, which means that there is some good news coming. There is a celebration coming for you. Cups is emotional, so again, new. That's another cup card. So celebration. I get celebration. I also get gosh, it's a big family thing. It doesn't seem to be so work related or anything. Are you wanting a child or expecting a child? Like I don't there's an announcement in the that's coming up in the family. So I don't know that it's a birth, but there's some announcement that's coming up and you're really happy about it to share with family, it seems like. And it's something that you've been planning for, because I got the two of wands, and you've been planning for this, you've been thinking about it, and now you're ready to get this celebration. So whatever it is that you've done so far.
New baby for his brother, he says.
Okay, so I felt like there was a new announcement, and you're really proud of it. It seems to be a great thing, a big celebration. That is coming up. But there's something you're planning too. There's something to that babe. Oh, you want your own too. Okay, so okay. Because I'm like, oh, well, maybe that's it. You've been planning for it. So maybe that's what the celebration. Do you have someone in mind who is capable of carrying that seed for you? Like, if not, then it's coming, because this all feels very present. It feels like, the announcement comes, your celebration comes, all of this stuff seems very present. So if it hasn't happened, it's coming very soon, like within the next 6 months or so. So I feel like all of this stuff is happening very soon, that is coming for you, but it's something that you've been wanting and planning and hoping for. What is the loss? Did you just break up with somebody? Because there's a loss you're feeling. There's a five of swords, but you're feeling like the person who's had the loss. Fives is conflict. So did you just break up with somebody? I recently lost everything. That's what the loss is. You feel like you feel defeated. Okay, so that's what the five of swords is, the defeat. Okay, so let me see where they're going with it, or how you can overcome the defeat. I heard your victory is near. They're showing me the chariot card. I feel like you've made some changes as to what you're going to be, as to, like, you've decided to make some different decisions. Like, maybe you were very giving or frivolous with your money, and so now you're going to tighten the belt. Whatever it is, you've made some great changes, but some new opportunities are coming in for money, and for you to gain some kind of blessing. So Ace of Pentacles is a new start. That's new opportunities, new things coming up that has to do with usually work or blessings or tangible things that you'll receive. And then Empress energy came up, but I think that's in the stability and the commanding of the situation. Like, you're balancing your masculine and your feminine energy, and you're being a little bit more charismatic. I feel like, not. And then also the Empress is giving birth to an idea. So this new thing may have to do with a new idea that you're coming up with, that is going to be all your own. So again, that so you're feeling like you've had the loss, and now this new opportunity is coming up, but it feels like something that you've developed, that you've been thinking about, that you're giving birth to. So I really hope that I'm on track with that, because it really all feels good, like new opportunities, new success, and things going your way for a change. So that's what I got.
Hmm.
Oh, you work at night. That's why. Okay. Oh, got it. Got it. Got it. Got it. That makes sense. He said he has changed, but for the better. All this change, you've learned lessons. Like a light bulb came on, and you're really changing, and it's moving you in a direction forward and up.
It's interesting because the one thing I'm picking up more, I think, than I don't know. The one thing I'm picking up more than anything else is like, you need to hear "Let It Go." You need to hear "Let It Go." You've come through a lot, I know, and you things haven't gone the way you anticipated, because I do feel there's a lot of sadness and frustration and even some anger, and because things again did not work out the way you intended. But I keep hearing "Let it go." Don't carry the baggage. Don't let that. Don't. I just feel you need to move on. Just let things. Know that you can't change. It's like I tell people, the rear view mirror is smaller than the windshield, because you can't change the past. So look at the past if you have to, only as a reminder. But if you focus too much on the past, you're going to ignore everything in front of you, and then you have a train wreck in front of you because you're driving and run into a train that's in front of you because you weren't paying attention. So I really do feel your message tonight was let it go. Understand that yes, you had a loss, things didn't work out, but you got to keep moving forward and making sure that you are bringing in new light, new energy, new spirit, and you are now creating a new way forward. If you can't be on autopilot right now, and I feel like part of you is on autopilot. Part of you is is so hurt. Part of you is so distraught. Part of you is so frustrated because it didn't go the way you had hoped, that again you're on autopilot, and you can't let that happen because it's not the spirit, it's not the universe's role to take you in the direction you need to. You come in with a contract, you need to get back to it. And so come into life with a contract, get back to living, because you're not underground, you're still above ground. And that should be enough of an impetus to say, oh, okay, then I need to move forward then. So pick yourself up, dust yourself off, put on your big boy pants, say, you know what? It's been rough, but I'm moving on because I can't stay there. There is not healthy. There is not a good space. There is a space that sucks you in and takes all of your life out, your energy. So move forward, focus on something, set a goal right now, as I'm speaking to you, set a goal. Determine where you're going to be by Christmas. Determine who you're going to be by Christmas. Do something, any goal. I'm going to be this. I'm going to do this. I'm going to live here. Find something concrete that you can set as a goal. Let your disbelief go and believe as big as you want, and then focus on that and say, this is where I'm going to be. This is what I'm going to be. This is how I'm going to be. However you want to couch what it is that you're setting your goal to. And then tomorrow morning, when you wake up, the very first thing you tell yourself is, how am I going to get there? How do we do it? And then start moving. As you start moving forward, you put space between you and your past. You put space between you and the negative energy, and you start moving toward the positive. And as you do that, don't be surprised as corridors open up and lanes open up. And even if what you set changes and you say, I really thought that's where I was, but I don't want that, at least you're moving forward. Because if you are standing still, you're falling behind. Let me repeat that. If you are standing still, you're falling behind. So start moving and keep moving. And as you do, believe it or not, the energy level is going to go up. You're going to be experiencing wonderful new things. And do not be surprised if the Garth Brooks song comes on and tells you some of life's greatest prayers are unanswered. And it's a better way he says it, but God's greatest gifts are
Time
unanswered
for
prayers.
unanswered prayers.
Yeah, God's greatest gifts are unanswered prayers. Because again, when you move forward and you start finding your new space, your new life, your new energy, your new environment, whatever it is, you're going to say, you know what? All that brought me here. All that brought me here. If I hadn't gone through that, I wouldn't be here. And when here is nice again, you're going to say, okay, that was intended for me. That was the lesson I needed to learn. So let's move forward. Let's get out of our let's get out of our feelings, as they say, get out of our little melancholy world, get out of our I'm so whatever and all that. It's time to move forward. It's time to move forward, and let's let it go. Let it go. Let it go. And let's find that new space, that new energy, that new life. Okay. So set the goal now, figure out what it is going to be. And in the morning, figure out, okay, that's what I'm waking up to. And how do we get there? Believe me.
That's that Knight of Swords. That's that
Absolutely.
ambition. That's that fast movement. That's that logical thinking.
Yep,
But it's movement. It's getting a move on. It's
exactly.
like kind of getting a fire under your ass.
Yep.
So
And
you're going to be
it's
moving.
that don't overanalyze, because that's what that sword is going in recklessly, going in, just doing it. And that's what I'm
Ambition.
telling
I
you.
got to
If
do it.
you
I'm
just
striving
start
for it.
exactly, if you just start moving forward, even if it's a bit reckless, or just start moving forward, and I'm not sure where I'm going, I'm not sure how I'm going to do it, but that's my goal.
I'm
Things will
moving.
come in line. That's movement. So that's what I'm.
You know how they show it to me, like the Michael Jackson video where the Billie Jean where the path lit up so he
Yeah,
would know where he had to go. And so that's what it is. It's kind of like if you start moving, the path will light up and you'll know which square to step on next and then which square to step on next. And it'll feel like, wow, my luck is changing. You're just tuning into your higher power. You're tuning into that gut feeling. You're listening to the things that you know are correct over the things that are pessimistic and negative to you. Oh, you can't do it. You'll never accomplish anything. You'll never get yourself out of this hole. You're a failure. You're gonna those things are gonna be overshadowed by, you know what, today was a good day. I at least had an interview. Today was a good day. I got a call back. Today is a good day. They're doing a background check. Today is a good day. They offered me more money than I've ever made before. You know what I'm saying? So you're gonna get the days are gonna get better, and then they're gonna stack on top of each other. And then next thing you know, this was a good week. This was a good 2 weeks. This was a good month. And you're gonna continue to grow and grow and grow. But you gotta start with moving forward so the path can light up for you.
Exactly. Exactly. So again, it comes back to you. Do something. Get it
And
moving.
that's okay. When you're at that point where, like he said, for a minute I just stopped believing in God. That is not, don't feel bad for that, because I feel like you're feeling like, oh my gosh, I let God die. God knows that life is hard. And sometimes we listen, I don't have that faith. You know how people be having that unyielding faith? My faith is not unyielding. Listen, Lord, the water is up to here. I am drowning. Either you gonna come help me, or listen, you may not even be real. So now I'm mad at you. So everybody's going to have that moment when you're going to feel like God is not there for you, or your higher power is not giving you what you need. But that's when you really, really stop, because you have no other options. Your back is up against the wall and there's no other place you go. You've either lost everything, all your beliefs and your foundation don't make any sense. And so now all you can do is just wipe the slate clean because you're mad, but you can also see it different now. All those beliefs and all that propaganda and all that stuff that doctrine that was clouding my vision, I don't believe in it anymore. I'm mad at it. So now I see it in a new perspective, and now I can approach it again, but from a new perspective of power, and instead of being suppressed and thinking that I'm not worthy. So you're going to step up and start to believe in the power that you have, in the power of your relationship with your higher power, that connection, because they're showing it to me like a cord coming from your gut, and you now tuning in because you didn't have any other choice. So that's
Exactly.
how they're showing it to me.
Yep.
So great. It was nice to meet you, little dog. Please come back. Please like, share, comment, subscribe. If you're on my page, go over to Don's page. If you're on Don's page, come over to my page. But it was so nice meeting you. Your energy is really nice. Like, I feel your struggle, but I also feel your victory coming. Again, tune into your higher power, and not so many people around you who will tell you, I would have did this, you should have did that. They don't know what your journey is, but they also don't know until you're in that situation. So continue to listen to your higher power and not so much the people around you. All right.
Exactly.
So
And this is how you can find Angie's YouTube page. You click on here. Again, if it's in the chat, you'll see a HTTP, a URL, whatever you call it. And if you have your phone and you're in front of a screen, you can just click it there as well. Either way, the good part is go to make sure you're on Miss Angie's and you're hitting subscribe and let those notices. Make sure you get the notifications. And again, if you're on my side, hit the notifications. If you're on Angie's side, come to mine, back and forth, and that's the point. But make sure you have them both, okay? Sarai, Sarai.
I love it. Y'all just spend a good night. Medina, are you still here? And then Kumar, if your question is a love question, no, it's not in the pipeline. But Medina, are you still here? I think you asked for a general or something about your higher power. Are you still here?
Medina, let me find her.
Oh,
Him.
she says yes. What was your question? Hi, Nicole. Nice to meet you. I don't think I've ever seen your name before. Medina, what did you have a specific question, or was it just general?
Hello, Medina. Hello. Hello.
Oh, just a general. Because I'm
Oh,
like, wait,
there you go.
hold on. I definitely get a conflict at work. Are you having a conflict at work, like a specific team member that you're bumping heads with? Like, I kind of see you kind of both got your chest stuck out, and you're both kind of standing your ground in this situation, and nobody's giving. Are you dealing with somebody at work that is testing your patience? And you don't seem to be a person that holds back. This is the Queen of Swords. She's usually kind of like the bitchy queen, because she speaks her mind and she cuts through the BS. She doesn't BS around it. If Tina said that, Molly said that, I said, then we're gonna go and get Tina and Molly together, and we're gonna figure out who said what, because I'm not gonna keep going back and forth. You're the type of person who's just gonna be like, listen, let's get to the bottom of this. And you're not like, you're not frilly around the edges. You're just gonna say it clean and quick, you know. But you're not nasty about it. I don't feel like you're just like inappropriate, but I do feel like you're going to quit. There is a conflict at work, but I don't feel like you're the person who's feeling defeated. In this situation, there's usually a person who's winning, a person who's lost, and a person that's kind of like in the middle of it. And I do feel like you're kind of like um um you're saying you're not having a conflict at work. Are you having a conflict with somebody? Because I do get a conflict, but I felt like it was a work situation. It didn't feel like a love or family situation. It felt like more of a work situation. So are you having a conflict with somebody? Because you are speaking your mind in a situation and you're not the person that's being defeated. You're the person that is actually like having the one up on the person, but not in a nasty way. Like I feel like you're the person in the right. Like you're the person that's going to get the victory in this situation. So are you having a conflict with anybody? Because I get a conflict though because I got the 5, but I don't feel like you're the person that's having the loss, and I don't get a legal situation. Um. Oh, but I got the lovers card. So is it a romantic situation? Because I got the lover's card, but I clearly get conflict and I clearly get you speaking your mind. So this is the person that speaks her mind, who cuts through the BS, who's logical. She's not emotional. This is the person feeling defeated, but I don't feel like you're the person that's feeling defeated. I feel like there's argument or there's conflict and nobody's winning in this situation. Like usually with the 5 of swords, you win, but there's a lot of casualties in the situation. And then I got the lover's card, which is an intimate relationship or decision. So are you in a conflict in a relationship where you're feeling like you're arguing all the time? Because I definitely get the conflict. And then I got the lover's card. So the lover's card is either a decision or it's an intimate relationship, not necessarily a romantic relationship, but a close relationship. So it could be a sister. Nope. No, this is another person. It doesn't feel like conflict with yourself. And you don't have to make the situation fit. If I'm not reading your energy, then we're just not connecting because I'm clearly getting a conflict with somebody else, but you are the logical person. You're speaking your mind. You're not the person that's feeling defeated. When you speak your mind, it kind of cuts and people kind of shrink back when you speak your mind. So maybe you don't feel like it's conflict, but they're feeling defeated in the situation or they're feeling like humbled when you speak to them. But it's definitely another person. So if it's not you, then it's not. So you are going through a divorce at this specific time. So you're going through a divorce at this specific time. So that's a relationship that's breaking up and you're speaking up. You're being very frank about it. Conflict for some years. Okay. Exactly. It's conflict. And like, again, it's a lot of casualties. Like you speak your mind, but in this situation, even if you're right, there's still a lot of loss. It's kind of like having a war and you won, but you also lost hundreds of thousands of people or you lost a great deal. You won, but at what cost? So there does seem to be a conflict that is going on there. And then I got this, the 4 Pentacles. So you're being mindful, you're budgeting and holding your money close, or you're holding on to something else too hard. Are you holding on to resentment too hard, or whatever the situation is that caused the argument? Are you holding on to that too hard? You're holding on to something too hard and you won't let it go. So this is either your money that you're holding on to, or you're holding on to your point of view and your stance in this situation too hard. You're holding on to something too hard and you won't let it go to just move past it. Like you're standing your ground. You're like, I'm gonna die on this hill. Like I'm not letting it go. So I'm wondering, but I do got the 10 of Cups. Like you do want it to be happy. You're wanting to get to that happy thing, but you're not letting something go. Like you're holding on to something, a resentment, a belief, some kind of situation that happened. So Don, if you have anything for her, then maybe because she's saying no to me, so that's not. I'm not reading her. I must not be in her.
Let's see. What am I picking up? What am I picking up? Oh my goodness. Do you smoke? I mean, it's like there's something. Oh my god, I sound like Julie now. Don't I? I'm like, do you smoke? I'm like, I'm getting something with the lungs. Are you have something with the? Is something happening with the lungs? with you because I'm. Geezy whiz, that was weird. I'm picking up something there. um, the other thing, the other thing that I'm picking up is I'll let Angie say it best. Let me see if I can find it. Let me see if I can find it. Where is it? Yes. Is the
Could it be me?
Are you a drama queen, Medina? Because I'm picking up a lot of drama queen. Is that right? Yeah, I'm picking up a whole lot of drama. I'm feeling like you kind of create a little bit of a whirlwind sometimes, and you sometimes when things are even chill and things are good, you need a little drama. You need a little, mess. You had to kind of a little bit of get messy. And I'm picking that up. And is that maybe part of what led to a divorce situation? Because yeah, it's like, am I the drama? Am I the drama? And I think part of you knows it, and part of you pretends like, oh, it's not me, it's them. No, it's part of you. It's part you. It's and I'm being no, you're not a drama. Okay, well that's fine. Okay, but you know what? If again, if it's a lesson that you need to learn from this, I would take it and be happy with it. But no, I'm picking up some serious drama queen energy. Um, yeah. So again, maybe I'm just not connected to your energy, but if I am, yeah, I think that this is where I'm picking up. This is what I'm picking up for you. Mm. And do you have kids? Some would say so. Some would say so. Wait, at first you said no, now you say yes, and then you say so. I'm confused. Help me out here. Because we sometimes we ask 10 billion questions. I'm terrible at asking 10 billion questions so fast that I tend to, by the time that you respond to them, they come later or whatever. So no, you're not a drama queen, or yes, no, what is the no for? What is the yes for? And then some would say so. When you say some would say so, yes, some would say that you are a drama queen. Is that what you're asking? I need to, again, help me out with that, because sometimes we don't. I asked 10 billion, and I just asked 10 billion questions again, didn't I? And explaining what I do, I did exactly what I said I did. Oh my gosh, I'm terrible. I know I'm terrible. Help me out with this. But I'm picking up the fact that there's a drama queen situation. Sometimes you're a little drama, you bring a little zest to things, and and that's what I'm getting. So what I'm saying is maybe take heed that that's the case. Try to find a way to navigate those waters so they don't become heavier in the future for you or become problematic. There's some people who like that spiciness and they like to relationships that way. So when I'm saying that, that maybe again find somebody who likes that. But when you do that, know that it's going to be contentious all the time. So it's hard to change, I know, but maybe there's ways that you can use it to your advantage and work with it as a positive, and roll it into two kids. I was thinking there's kids there too. Yeah, I kind of got, because I pick up the kids, and it's funny because I'm told that one of them a girl. The younger one is a girl because she has kind of a like mini me situation there. So it's funny because I'm like, I see her with her hand on her hip like this, which is kind of interesting. Like hand on the hip like this, it's kind of interesting. Like kind of reading you. She reads you. I don't know. Some would say I'm a drama queen. Yeah, okay, I get that. But I'm just saying that you may want to find a way to work on that, to put it to kind of damp it down, or put it to your advantage. Make it a fun thing. Make it kind of a thing to where again where it's not as problematic in a relationship situation. But I would definitely attitude from mom low. Exactly. She picks up an attitude. Yeah. Yeah, and she's like a mini me picking up. And is your youngest a daughter? Because I'm getting the youngest as a daughter, and I'm getting the hand on the hip, kind of like, it's this kind of like abundant energy, self-important energy. Is what I'm picking up. So anyway, be careful what you do because your kids are watching, and they pick up and they learn. They learn. They learn. They learn. Too much they learn. Lord, now I have the two boys and they've learned a little too much from me sometimes. I'm like, really? I hate to hear it thrown back at me. It's like, what the hell? You weren't supposed to learn that lesson. You didn't learn the rest, but you learned that. You know what I'm saying? Oh my goodness, it's crazy. And yeah. And even when they're older, they're still doing it to me. I'm like, wait a minute now.
And then they have the mouth to remind you.
Oh yes, yes, yeah. She is the younger, the one girl. Yes, exactly. One the girl. Yes, that's what I was. Yeah, that's what I was picking up as young girl, and that's the one who is. Yeah, she's something else. So I like her energy though. I love her energy. She's a little spitfire. The little one. Yeah, she's a spitfire. But anyway, to work on that. That's the one thing that I'm getting for you to kind of to consider. Okay. Who do we have next, Miss Angie?
I don't know. That was the last person I had that I knew that I told that I would do was Medina. So whoever else is in the chat.
I like the name Nicole Priete. How do you phonetically pronounce your name, Nicole? Is it Priete? What is that? Is it like French? Is it Spanish? Um, yes, you can have you let us know. You have a specific question, or do you have a general question, Nicole? And don't say specific. If it is specific, ask the question. Otherwise, say general. Um, Priete. Italiano. Okay, I love it. I love it. Wonderful. I was way off though. I was thinking Spanish or French. I was a little too far north in Europe there, Had to go to the boot. So what's your question, Nicole? Says Angie, you both are on track, says Medina.
Oh, okay.
Nicole. Hey, Michelle Oliver, how are you this evening? Good to see you in. I may lose custody of my child for speaking up about abuse. I'd live insight. I'd
I
love
think
insight.
like or love.
Yeah, I'd love insight. Okay.
Oh, Miss Sharon, you missed the love readings this morning. Miss Bonnie does love readings in the Wednesday morning, so you missed that. Uh-uh. She'll be back on Sunday morning if you want a love reading. Calling all angels.
Nicole, I don't think I don't know. I'm not sensing the loss. I'm sensing the concern. I'm sensing the anxiety. I do get that. But I'm not sensing the loss. I'm not sensing. I don't get the separation energy. So I don't know if it's going to go as far as losing them. It could be a little separation for a period of time, maybe, but I'm not feeling separation. I'm not getting that separation energy. I'm getting anxiety, tons of anxiety. I'm getting tons of, there's some regret in there. There's some frustration in there. You're angry about the speed of the process. That's also a problem for you. That's irritating you very, very much. Um, but again, I don't feel the separation. I don't feel this like tearing apart because usually that energy is very specific usually when it comes through, and I'm not picking that up. Angie, are you picking anything up in that same vein?
No, and I got a more strategic energy. Like you struck first. Like if this was a fight or if this was a battle, that she struck first. She made the first move, and so she kind of has the upper hand. But she also has truth on her side because I got the justice card, and then I got this card. So I got the justice card that they're showing me, but I also got this card for like I feel like you're going to receive a blessing. Like this is that giving and receiving, that balancing out. And so I feel like you're going to receive. I feel like you have had some issues in the past, but that you're back. Like you feel like you're doing good and that you're moving forward. And maybe people are forgetting, like you're being judged by your past. And not to say that your past was horrible, but maybe you're being judged by something that happened in your past and they're not seeing you for the change person or the growth that you have. And so you're kind of wondering if your word is even going to be heard in this situation, but I do get that you're going to get like, it's going to balance out. Like you're going to get the victory in this situation. I don't get the energy that you're going to lose your kid either, or lose custody of your children. I get a more positive energy and a more strategic situation where like you you are thinking more in a logical way because it's the danger of it. Like that was really close to home for you. And so you're now kind of like in the logical part of it versus the emotional part of it because I have to kind of get my ducks in a row. So I don't get a loss for you. I definitely get a positive situation. But I do get like maybe a strong talking to from like maybe the judge or something, like giving their little 2 cents as to what you should do and how you should move forward. The Nine of Swords just came up, which means this is something that is really weary and keeping you up at night, because you're mulling over and over and over and over again. Should I have said something? Did I say the right thing? What should I say next? What is my next move? How should I do? But I get the Queen of Wands, which is that nurturing energy, which is that motherly energy, which is that family energy. So again, that bond does not seem to be broken. I feel like you're going to hold it. And I even actually get the arms around like you holding on to something really close. So I don't think that you're gonna have any loss at all.
The one thing I would add to that, only when I see that card, the Justice card come out, is that, Nicole, be careful what you put out, because again, when the Justice card comes out, the Justice card says whatever you put out, you get back. And so right now, I wouldn't be putting out negative energy. I wouldn't be putting out negative thoughts. I wouldn't be spending time in a negative space, because when that Justice card is out and it's in your energy field, it's telling you be careful what you send out, be careful what you put out, because it will come back. And even when it comes to thoughts or energies or any of those things, you don't want it to be negative, because again, it will come back to you, and that's the last thing you want to happen. So be
That's that
careful
balance.
to patrol your energies that way.
Yeah,
Say, I'm
what
sorry.
you give is what you'll receive. Yeah.
Yep, yep.
But I also got that world card for that transition. Like I feel like you've been kind of like meek and head down and not really speaking up for yourself. And whatever this situation was, it was a catalyst for you kind of standing up for yourself and recognizing your power in the situation. But even in recognizing your power or standing up for a reason, even if it's not for your own benefit, it's just for the kids, in you standing up, you're still a little bit of fear because a little part of you is still there, but you're transitioning to this new person. So you're going to step out of that old meek you into more, um, a more powerful you, not so much, like aggressive, but a little bit more, confident in who you are and what you're saying, and knowing that, your change has, even if nobody else recognizes your change, you know that you've changed and you know that you've grown. The word that they keep using over and over is growth, and they keep showing you like a stalk growing and maturing, like you're getting more mature. You're gaining wisdom in that way. Is how they're showing it to me. So a good thing. Don't again, don't stand down. Whatever the reason is that motivated you, um, to take this stand, stay in that power, stay in that confidence, stay in that positive thinking. See it as you want it to be. If you want to see yourself walking out with your kids with the decision for you, then that's what you see. The judge telling you yes, that you get to keep see it the way you want it to be so that you can manifest that. And it's kind of like deja vu because you've played it over and over positively in your head. And so it's kind of like deja vu when it actually happens. Like it's a good thing. What energy are you pulling in? Negative energy of a loss or positive energy of a win? You decide.
I like that. That's a good way to end it. It's a good way to end it and wrap it up. It's like, again, you're not surrendering control. You're taking control. And so know that, it's like, you be careful what you put out there, because again, what you put out, you get back. And again, hold that, just own you, own your space, your energy, whatever, and then move forward. And that things will fall in line behind you. Again, be careful about the negative. Just don't put the negative out there at all,
I
because
keep
again,
hearing, stop worrying about your finances. You'll be provided for. Like you'll get what you need as long as you, like again, it's like, are you going to take the steps forward? You start taking the steps forward, and your higher power will start lighting the way and providing the things that you need. Sometimes you just have to start the journey in order to get what you need. So right. So Go and start the journey, stay in your power, and allow your higher power to give you everything that you need, because you're going to be fine. But they're saying stop worrying about your finances. Everything that you need is going to come in a way, not the way that you may think about it, because you may think it's going to go boom, 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 boom like this. And then your higher power may take you this way, then bring you back this way, and then take you that way. So know that everything that you're doing, you're picking up along the way. Okay. You're picking up the tools that you need in order to get you to where you want to be. You've decided this is where you want to be, and you're getting the things that you need. It may be the lessons, it may be the understanding, the knowledge, or whatever it is, but you're getting that along the way. And I feel like you're in need of a good friend, like a solid friend that you can have somebody, a shoulder to lean on. You're going to meet somebody. I don't feel like you've had anybody that was dedicated and loyal to you, but you're going to have that coming up soon. And it seems to be like a female person, but this person may have a spouse, because they seem to come as a package deal or as a couple. So you are going to meet somebody who is going to be that shoulder for you to cry on, or just give you good sound advice on how to move forward. I feel like things are going to work out for you much very. So
Alrighty then. Well, with that said, I think we're about done, Miss Angie. It's been a wonderful evening. We've had lots of great energy, good readings.
2 hours and 20 minutes. It was a good night. I enjoyed it. I really did enjoy it. It helped me to kind of decompress, because the work week has been crazy.
Absolutely. And it does, because again, it's that what you were trying to tell somebody else. Focus on something else, and the rest will melt away. Because again, when you focus in one way, the rest just so you're giving out advice that you follow yourself.
And a lot of times when because I feel like we kept getting the same kind of reading where you just need to change your mindset. You just need to focus on the positive. I felt like that was them reminding me, remember where you've come from. Remember, you used to be this pessimistic person. Now you've kind of changed your mindset. Stay focused that way, even in the bad times. So I feel like a lot of it tonight was also speaking to me, and also in helping them. So
Absolutely.
my higher power knows how to drill it in. You need to hear it too.
Absolutely. Well, tomorrow morning I will not be on live as I usually am. Unfortunately have to fly home because I have a yet another funeral to attend. So
Oh
I
yeah.
will be in Maryland, in West Virginia, Maryland, West Virginia, and Pennsylvania, because that's the area that I tend to travel in when I'm there. And so I'll be then there for a funeral. So I will not be live tomorrow, but you will see me still trying to get the daily downloads and the weeklies up and things like that. And I will be back next Wednesday and next Thursday, unless unless something out of my control steps in. I'll put it that way. So with that said, again, tomorrow, don't forget though, tomorrow, go ahead and check in, because I'm sure Shauna will be live and she will be rocking it as she always
He
does.
is
You know,
hilarious.
I am blessed to work with two strong, powerful women who are great in their own right. And so they make me look good. Angie always makes me look good, and Shauna always makes me look good. So, you know, I am blessed in that way. And so check them out. Angie, you're gonna be around on Sunday? You gonna do your live Sunday, or what's happening?
Affair. She was like, "Are we gonna do it?" Yes, we will be here 3 o'clock on Sunday afternoon, after which is right after Bonnie and Stephanie. They'll be on like one, like is it 11 to 1, and then me and Sherry Berry will be on 3 to like I don't know 5 or 6 p.m. Mountain Standard Time.
Super, super. So this is Angie. Again, if you have not connected yet to Angie's YouTube, this is where you go. Connect to our YouTube. Make sure you hit the notification button, and make sure your notification on all. And so when she goes live, you will get notified. That's why you don't have to even look for it. All of a sudden, your phone will ring and tell you. So this is Miss Angie's YouTube channel, and like she said, she will be on with Sherry Beery. And Sherry Beery, this is hers. So again, if you connect on her, you're gonna get both of them, 2 for 1, which is great.
And me and
So
Sherry Berry be so inappropriate. Listen, on Sunday,
it's a lot of fun watching them. The
listen.
energy is very cool. Absolutely.
Girl
And
power on Sunday. So me and Miss Sherry Berry.
yeah, believe me, the no holds barred. These ladies are wonderful together. So enjoy it. You will be glad that you did. Also, Miss Bonnie, as Angie had spoke about, will be on prior, and this is how her and Stephanie will be on. So make sure, and if you want love readings, if you love readings, if you need love readings, this is the love queen right there. So she wants them. She asked for them. She
She
even
listen. As much as I dislike a love reading, that's how much she loves a love reading. Like
exactly.
you
So
can
we
give her
call it
all
a
the love
love
readings,
goddess.
and she will read you to your heart's content. Just woo.
Exactly. So make sure you are watching. Make sure you connect to her. Make sure you click on her notifications. So Miss Singh out there who asked earlier about the love, this is the one. Miss Singh, reach out to Miss Bonnie because she will answer your questions. So make sure you have her on your speed dial. And
I
then
hope you
also,
all did your full moon rituals too.
oh yes, that's right. That's right. And let me put that up while we're at it because again, this is still the full moon energy. So let's make sure you get the full moon energy working to your advantage as I tend to find it here somewhere. It's been a while since I've seen it, but it is here somewhere because I didn't get rid of it. Oh, here it is. It's about 4 to 5 minute video, but it tells you how to do the full moon ritual and use that full moon energy to your advantage. So check it out. And again, tonight, and even if I wouldn't be surprised tomorrow night, the energy is still there as well. So make sure you use it, okay? Because again, release what you don't want in your life and then draw in what it is that you want. This will tell you how to do that
And
exactly.
it's eclipse energy, which is even more powerful. So you got a full moon, a super full moon, the eclipse energy. You got so much stuff happening good for you. Use the power of this moon energy to make, set your intentions and get what you want. And also to release the things that no longer serve.
And then this is Miss Angie's Facebook page. So if you're on Facebook and you're determined you're not doing YouTube, we hook you up on Facebook too. Come on, get over on Facebook and get Miss Angie follow. Click that follow button, okay? So I don't want any excuses. We're giving you all kinds of ways to connect to us here. And this is my Facebook page as well. So come on over. And with that said, then we are out of here, Miss Angie. Any exciting plans this weekend?
No, honestly, I don't have anything planned, which is odd to me. I don't have anything planned. Keena asked me what I was doing this weekend. Oh, you know what? No, because we want to go down to Verizon and look at new phones. So that's the highlight of my weekend, going down to Verizon.
I was just on the phone with Verizon earlier this week, and while I had him on the phone, I told him that my signal here really sucks in our house, as you know, Angie, you've seen it. And so they told me they have now what's called a repeater, and they told me to either go online or go to the Verizon store, and you can buy it and you put it in the house, and apparently it receives the signal and then strengthens it and sends a stronger signal in the house, so where
Oh,
you get
that's
a better
good.
signal.
Oh, I
Yeah,
like that.
yeah.
Oh,
So
well, I may need that. When I go in, I'm gonna have to ask them about that too.
yeah, because our signal here is awful, and in that regard, and it's like it's part of the house. We're good, and if I'm walking and talking, I could wind up losing a conversation because half the conversation was left in the other room. So it's like this is not good. So with that said, yeah, I had to still look at that. That's kind of cool. So when you look at if you have a problem while you're in Verizon, talk to them and
I am going to ask them about it. Because
absolutely.
I thought about changing my internet. We get CenturyLink here. That's who we're contracted with. We cannot have Cox. You can only have CenturyLink, or I
Uh-huh.
guess or Verizon, but you cannot have Cox.
Well, that's interesting.
They have an exclusive contract, and they've had it the whole time because when I lived here in 2016, they had an exclusive contract with CenturyLink. I think a couple people may have had like a dish, but I think it was a CenturyLink like dish network type of thing. They'd be like, "Can I transfer my service?" And they was like, "Oh, we're not we can't have service there. We're not contracted to come there."
Ain't that a blip? You think they could be everywhere? They're on once you're on the net, you're on the net, right? Yeah, it's crazy.
Nope, they have an
Yeah. What's interesting when I was in
exclusive contract here with Century.
yeah when we were in Houston and we lived in a loft, initially for the first many years, the internet was free. The basic internet was free, and then if you wanted Max or HBO, whatever it is, and Showtime and stuff, you paid for that. But the basic internet service was free, and then eventually and the same thing here in this house. When we first moved in, it was part of our HOA. And then they split that off because they started charging this crazy amount to the HOA, and the HOA is like, we're not paying that price. So
Well,
we
that's what when I first moved here in 2016. internet and cable came as a package, but it was through CenturyLink. You had to get whatever, and you could, upgrade. And they, when you moved in, the boxes and everything were in your house. And
Right.
so then I left, and then I came back about 2 years ago, and you still get the internet, but you don't get the cable, and the internet is only CenturyLink. You can't have anything else.
Yeah. Well, super, super. Again, folks, before we go, if you are trying to meet your spirit guide, your gatekeeper, or if you are somebody who wants to meet somebody on the other side, somebody who's in your family member crossed over, this exercise works. This meditation works for you. The only thing, if you're looking to meet somebody who crossed over, one of your family members, before you go up the spiral case staircase, and I'm planting the seed, you'll know it when you do it. Um, project the fact of who you want to meet up there when you get there. That's the only change in this thing. This works. Otherwise, it's perfect for all three exercises. But the one thing is, if you're looking specifically for someone who's crossed over and not necessarily a spirit guide, call them out before you start climbing the steps. And you'll know what I mean when you get there. It'll click and you'll say, oh, this is that moment. And that's the only change, but this will do that too. So if you're looking to meet your mom, your dad, your brother, your sister, somebody who's crossed over already and have a conversation, this can do it too. All right.
And don't feel bad if you go to sleep. Don knows that it relaxes you to the point where you go to sleep. But the video, remember, it's still playing, so it's still going into your subconscious. So still go ahead and let it play. So if you fall asleep, don't feel bad. Continue to let it play. Again, very good meditation, and it's a chakra. It takes you through the chakras too.
Yeah, it'll help align your chakras along the way, which is great. Yep. Well, with that said, then I'm going to get out of here. Miss Angie, good to see you again. It's been wonderful spending time with you and doing
Always.
this. And I love sharing the energy with you as you always, as you know. And folks,
It's been
you'll
a
see
good
again. I won't be tomorrow, but Angie on Sunday and me back here on Wednesday. So until then, love, light, and blessings from us to you. I'm going to pop us out with the same thing we came in with. So get ready for the illusion that'll mess with your mind. Here we go.